Floyd and he was me, he would never have to fight again because the exhibition shit, as me being his little brother, hey, little bro, we finna do 10 rounds and we both gonna get $100+ million for it,
right?
And we ain't never got to box again. Well, I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just due,
right?
Yeah, you know the deal. We back again. Yo. A round of applause for Jersey's finest. A lot of content creators not worthy, but they minus. They get offended and start singing like the whiners. Talking like they tough, but it's only screaming and whining. My homie JusDueBoxing is the cat you don't come to. Your squad get run through. By the time you come to, you duck food. You suckers talk tough on the internet, revealing all your threats. Now we got you trapped in the net. JusDueBoxing be on this grind, y'all better hustle up. You deadlifted 90 pounds, we doing muscle ups. There's really no comparison. His voice sound like a derringer. Throwing a towel, it's just embarrassing. My dog Just very philosophical and psychological, and he mixed it all with good boxing news. These YouTubers feel like Bishop, I guess they got the juice, but it's lonely at the top to Just to feel like child abuse. Be respectful, he don't wanna talk wild and loose. If you can't relate, you get dismissed like a mild dispute. These weird cats would tell lies, then they hide the truth. Why beyond views? You lose your life when you collide with dude. It's JusDueBoxing. All you cowards quit jocking. Kirk is official with no other options. Yeah. You know the deal. Judah Ben, we in the spot. JusDueBoxing, yeah. And of course, shout out to Mrs. Do, holding the whole family down. Word 'em up, word 'em up.
Ryan Garcia, you good for nothing in the sport of boxing.
Ryan Garcia, you good for nothing in the sport of boxing. Starring as Diego in the live-action Dora the Explorer movie looking ass nigga. You wait until your 4th positive PED test to come out and say you don't care if you banned from the sport of boxing and you want to start your own boxing league. Well, what me and the world want to know is this, Ryan Garcia. How come you didn't start your own boxing league before you got in the ring on April 20th and fought my son with them sensu beans in your system? Because you and I both know, Ryan Garcia, if you wouldn't have been in the ring that night off them perk 30s, my son would have beat the tortillas out your ass. So before you start your own league, I hope somebody put their foot in your ass wearing a Balenciaga boot so you can call it the Full of Shit League.
Oh, what's good? What's good? Salute to the fam. How y'all feeling on this good Monday? This good Memorial Day weekend, or as you call it, we starting the week off giving boxing is just due. The grind never stops. Y'all already know if you catch this on the playback, smash the like button, sub to the channel, turn your notifications on, and come build with the family. How y'all feeling today, man? How's y'all feeling today? We gonna build, we gonna talk about it. I know y'all seen I don't know if everybody's seen it, but we damn sure we're gonna see it today. We're gonna see it together. Few people sent me this documentary that I think the channel is the Exodus Files. Somebody it looked like they took their time putting together a hell of a documentary on Devin Haney, man. As that whole saga continues to unravel, they fighting for their old back. Bill wanting, Ryan to get a lifetime ban. I mean, it's become a damn spectacle, to be honest with you. And we seen the fights over this weekend. Jack Catterall got his revenge. You know, got to give him his just due. He got his revenge over Josh Taylor, who I was watching under a close eye, and he kind of looked at a lot how I, anticipated him looking. I don't know, man. Josh Taylor might be cooked. I think he cooked that 140. Let me say what's up to the fan, man, and we gonna get to it. So amazing in the building. What's good with it, bro? That's the real Allen. So amazing in the building, man. What's good with you, fam? Adrian Molina, how you feeling, bro? Andrew Gray. GQ, what's good, fam? How you feeling? Aisha, peace and blessings to the queen. How you feeling today? Tim Layton, JBT family. How you feeling? Mike Kirkland, my brother. Always good to see you. Trey Scales in the building. How you feeling, bro? What's good with it? Dean, what's good, my guy? How you feeling, man? Hope all is well with you over there. You know it. Got to get a chat there. Just do. How you feeling, my bro? Zane, what it do? You starting with Chico. I always got to start off with a little laugh, man. We always got to get it started. I try to take the stress out of boxing, man. When y'all get here, Gianni, what's good with it, family? Mike Mazak in the building. What's good, my bro? He says so. Man, Miss Joette, peace to the queen. How you feeling today? Branson in the building. So you saying, yeah, we gonna watch it together. We gonna get to it, man. We're going to get to it, and we're going to give it his just due how we always do. Salute to my bro 12 threes, man, in that Cash App early, man, supporting the grind, man, getting to it, man. Much love and appreciation. My son back there having a ball, too, if y'all hear him.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well,
right.
well, I already been getting these back, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Salute to my bro 12 threes. Appreciate the support, family. We gonna get to this build. We gonna get to it. CJ Rich, what it do, fam? He said the panel last week, so I gotta come back. Oh, you already know, man. You already know. Cause we gonna talk about this, cause I'm gonna play the documentary for sure. That again, shout out to the Exodus Files. I hope they don't copyright me for this. I don't think they will though. But if they do, I'll edit it. But we gotta get to this. I mean, a few people send it to me. I watched a very little bit. It started off on the right foot. A lot of different information in there, and and look, that shit up to 50,000 views. So I already know what that hit like. So obviously people are watching it. It's a lot of different takes, a lot of different feelings. I'm never here to sway nobody. That's why I try to play this stuff with y'all so we can see it, react to it in live time, man. We can all, give our own opinions and thoughts on how do I find a member, John, on the phone. Oh, hit the $sign 12 threes as if you about to super chat, and you will see it in there. It'll be like the option of being there when you hit the $sign. I just realized that he opening show singing his heart out. He wasn't bad. Right. It say a lot. It do, Aisha. So that's why I say, man, we here to talk about it. I just feel like people be too emotional in boxing. When you too emotional, you can't process and digest the information properly because you're already trying to lean toward the side, right? For me, I'm not doing that. I'm for boxing. I just like good information. I like good conversations, good perspectives, man. The Exodus Files, whoever the content creator is behind that channel, man, they put together a hell of a documentary. It got everybody watching it, got people talking, and it's just a lot going on with this situation. So we gonna get to all of it though. Yeah, man, he was talking, Branson. He was talking some stuff. That's why I say we gonna play it, man. Y'all smash the like button. We gonna talk a little bit about, everything. Errol Spence too, man. Errol Spence talk today too, man. Got to talk about Big Fish a little bit today too. But we gonna get to this flawless mentality. Salute to the OG Dr. Mark. How you feeling? Always good to see you in the building. Salute to you. We gonna get to it, Boom, boom. And Bob crashing out on live TV. Yeah. Bob lost his mind, did he? Bob snapped. I never said an American-born fighter over here. Like, man, I said, dude, I know that 117, 111 hit different, but damn, Bob. Damn, before we get to that documentary, let's talk about that for a second, man. I got to give Jack Catterall his just due. He did just fight. He got his much-earned, much-deserved win, victory over, Josh Taylor, most of us, probably all of us seen that first fight. You know, Jack Catterall was on the money in that fight. He won every single round, outlanded him according to the punch stats, every single round except for one. And he got a knockdown in that fight. I believe he got two, but I got credit for one. So I never understood how he didn't get the nod anyway. I felt like that was an in-house decision. You know what I'm saying? I think they rolled with the champion, the guy that was hot at the time, and Josh Taylor. You know what I'm saying? They probably figured, well, nobody gonna go kicking and screaming if Jack Catterall and get the nod. But nonetheless, he stayed persistent. You know, he went on to win some fights. Josh Taylor just went on to lose a fight, you know what I mean, the Teofimo, where he got pretty much dominated. He got beat convincingly. He looked bad again. And I said this before, the book and the jury was out on Josh Taylor, whether or not, in my opinion, was he still elite or at that level? Because, you know, the last time I seen him perform and look at that level was against Jose Ramirez. Since then, it's been just a shaky path. I feel like he ran his victory lap, one lap too many. He celebrated a little bit too much. I think he grew and ate his way out of 140. Why the hell he still remains to be there after losing the titles and being stripped of titles and then losing the final titles to Teofimo? I thought that was going to be the end of him at 140. But nonetheless, you know, he stuck around. You know what I mean? He gave Jack Catterall his rematch, finally got it out the way, and he just didn't look good again. I mean, look, he fought a better fight maybe than he did the first time around. You know what I mean? It was competitive for sure. It wasn't as dominant, I think, as the first one, but, you know, it gave us our money's worth. But I think the right man won. The 117, 111 was a little wide, of course, but I think at the end of the day, as long as the right man win, I ain't tripping over the scorecards as much. It's not the first time I've seen it. You know, Bob Arum went off a little bit, but I think he's just hot. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, maybe he didn't have the influence or impact on the judges or the decision. So it went to the right guy, in my opinion, to Jack Catterall. Now, look, it was a close-ass fight. Some people say draw. Some people feel like Josh Taylor might have edged it. I just felt like the more impactful rounds was won by Jack Catterall. I think he outlanded him as well. So I just think he did a lot of good work in there. He almost gave it up late, but he did enough toward the end to, you know, maintain control of the fight. And I think, you know, he won a scrappy, hard-earned, much-earned 12-round decision now. It's like a bittersweet thing because nonetheless, he get his just due, right? He get his victory. But if he'd have beat him the first time around, he'd have been an undisputed champion. And that probably had never happened. And if you just look at the landscape at 140, man, will he even be able to call himself champion? Because, you know, I hear him calling out Teofimo. That shit sound good, man. But I know Teofimo up and down. But, man, I think Teo will beat him. You know what I'm saying? Pitbull, another tough fight. Devin Haney, I know he dealing with the loss and that situation there. But even that is a tough fight. Subriel Matias, I definitely don't think he'll win that. It's just tough to see if Catterall is going to ever be able to call himself a champion at 140 because of the champions that are there. They're all difficult fights for a number of different reasons, right? So I ain't going to completely count him out. But nonetheless, it was a damn good win for him. Josh Taylor could cry me a river, bro. He should have been up at 147. The fact that he essentially ducking the division where his body clearly telling him he should go up, it speaks volumes. I mean, he's on record saying he's big enough, he's strong enough to go to 147. You heard Terence Crawford when he sized him up. He said, I don't know how he making 140. And you got to think, since then, Terence Crawford has went on to move to additional weight class, and Josh Taylor is still sitting there. So and remember, after the first Catterall fight, he claimed weight drain. So since the weight drain fight with the first Catterall fight, he's had an additional 2 fights at the weight class, one being Teofimo, the other one being a rematch with Catterall. Look bad in all 3, but look bad in the last 2. You get what I'm saying? Or he looked a little better in this last one, but he's cooked at 140. And the longer he sit there, the worse it's going to get. You get what I'm saying? The longer he sit there, the worse it's going to get for him. I don't see things getting better for him. I don't see him regaining titles and things like that of that nature. So I don't understand what his incentive, his motivation is to stay at a weight class where you've accomplished the ultimate goal and you had a hell of a run in your undisputed run. You beat some real fighters, some real names, took some O's and everything in the process. You beat Regis when he was absolutely at his best. You get what I'm saying? You done it all. Like, you get what I'm saying? I felt like after the Teofimo fight, you should have called it a wrap then. Really, that the first Catterall fight, but stuck around. Teofimo beat you up, stuck around some more, and now you talking about a trilogy? Nah, bro. Nah. I don't think you'll beat him in the trilogy. I just think he got your number. I think we got 2 fights to back that up. That's 24 rounds. I think that Jack Catterall is just a better fighter. He got your number. Josh Taylor is either no longer at that elite level, or he just clearly need to take his ass to 147. But the jury is out on him. I think he might be cooked. But we're going to see. Salute to Jack Catterall. Had to give him his just due. But the top of 140 is going to get difficult for him, too. It won't be easy. Salute to my brother Mike Kirkland, always supporting the grind for the book. Good boxing talk. I enjoy it. Much love, bro.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well,
right.
well. I already been getting these back, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Salute to my brother Mike Kirkland. Appreciate you, bro. To be complaining about, he almost popped it. He about to have a damn stroke in there, man. He about to stroke out. A1 Who's on? What's good, bro? How you feeling? Jack better ask for the gatekeeper position. I don't think he'll get any stripes on 140. That's what I'm saying, 12. I think it'd be too hard for him. Listen, I don't want to count him out completely. If we being all the way 100, we don't know what version of Devin Haney is going to return right to the ring. So, you know what I mean? But I still just naturally looking at it on paper, I still would favor Devin Haney to beat him. Pitbull is a toss-up. Could he take the pressure and the shots of Pitbull, right? If he can't land clean shots, how do he respond, right? He's not a necessarily fleet-footed guy, so I don't know. I think that's a difficult fight for him. Teofimo, I think Teo beats him. I lean towards Teo beating him, and Subriel as well. So, yeah, man. Look, the best he could do is just keep fighting, just keep winning. He built off this win. He was the one that he initially should have been the first one to beat Josh Taylor, but nonetheless, he got his win. Gave him the second official win on his resume. Look, I like Jack Catterall. Just try to build off this win. You know what I mean? Build some momentum. Try to fight Arnold Barboza. I think that's a pretty even fight on paper. You get what I'm saying? Something like that. Like you need winnable fights if you want to continue to build. You know what I'm saying? Barboza undefeated, damn good fighter. He ran on the cusp of a title shot, right? Why not? If he can beat him, I don't see why he can't get in position for a title, but we'll see. I can't look that far ahead, but most importantly, man, when it's all said and done, salute to Jack Catterall. I think the right man won. Let's see where Josh Taylor goes. But if he stays at 140, I just don't see him winning down there unless it's some run-of-the-mill guy. And what good is that going to do him for his career at this point, right? You in it to be great, right? So that's what I want to know. What is Josh Taylor's motivation? You can't keep chasing a Catterall fight. You need to close that chapter. And at least if you're going to fight him, let it be at 147 to see what you look like up there, because I think you cooked down there at 40, bro. Leave it alone. Yeah, I think that's Zane. I think that's why he avoiding the 47, bro. I think so. Denver Josh loser retires. Man, that's tough. Don't mess with Texas in the building. God self, my God, what's good with it, bro? Food for 147, 140 shit. He even got a skeleton. He beat Big Platter. My man, I'm telling you, it's tough. It's tough for him. So Josh Taylor, 147 is difficult, but I think it's a risk that your body might enjoy right now. You got to ease your way there. But I just don't see you reclaiming titles at 140 right now. It's thick up there. It's going to be a tough road back. I don't know, but we'll see. Jack Catterall, same deal. He's a little better off than Josh Taylor right now, but he ain't, you get what I'm saying? He ain't looking like no world beater either. He can handle some guys, but he ain't like he about to be some world champion, run through a bunch of guys. I don't see it. I mean, I think that Josh Taylor loss was overdue, and the win for him was overdue. You know what I'm saying? I know he fooled wherever he go, TD. What's good with it, bro? It's just not going to be easy for him. And the reason why I say that, because the thing with these champions, our former champions, Flawless Mentality, salute to the OG Dr. Mark, pardon me if I missed you. The thing about these champions is they used to competing at a high level on a big stage for titles and in meaningful fights. And if he wants for him to compete on the stage in a level that he's accustomed to, or he's grown accustomed to fighting at, being a champion, it's just those fights, when you look at them, they're difficult all around the board. Like, there's no easy fight for him. Like, athletic fighters gonna give Josh Taylor fits. That's why T.O. gave him fits. You know what I mean? Imagine a Gary Antoine Russell in there with Josh Taylor. He probably stop him. He don't have the gears and the motor to keep up with somebody like that. So I just don't know what he gonna do. And the road is gonna get dark for him if he don't make the right moves. You get what I'm saying? But I think he should just give up at 140 and move up. He's just too big. Crawford, like I said, being a weight class higher than him, say I don't know how he making 140. Say what is they eating over there? And then think since then he's moved up an additional weight class, Crawford, and he'll be fighting August 3rd against Madrimov. Wow, Josh Taylor is still sitting at 140. Bro is tripping. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty much my thoughts for that, man. Good fight for Jack Catterall. Entertaining fight for both, you know what I mean? But Josh Taylor, man, smarten up. Edward, what it do, fam? Cornelius in the building. What's good, fam? Rose said Josh Taylor needs to go to 147. Got to. BJ 33 in the building. Yeah, Antoine about to run dead to 147. Yeah, it's about to get tough, man. About to get tough. There's no easy roads. There's no easy roads when you at 140 and 147 at the top. It's no easy roads. And then you got those runner-up guys that's hungry and on people's asses. You got the Kenneth Sims of the world. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got the Elvis Rodriguez, the Gary Antoines, those guys that's making their way through them ranks, man. So, man, pick your poison at 140 because it gets spooky up there is all I'm saying. 140. It's going to get dark at 140, man. That's all I'm saying. 140 get a little spooky up there, man. Oh, man. 140 going to get a little spooky. Draper right in the building. What's good with it, fam? All things in the building. What's good, bro? Tyrann's about to give us an active Elvis, too. You get what I'm saying, Roger? You dig me. Elvis is one of them, man. He's a damn good fighter. Oh, yeah. Appreciate you. I knew it was something I was forgetting before we get to this documentary because we're going to get to it. Y'all make sure y'all smash the like button. We going to build as we always do, man. Horry Faints, JVT family. How you feeling? And Billy Rozier, look, my thoughts on Billy is what they always been. That guy is dangerous. He's a workhorse. He leaves it all in the ring. He a damn universal soldier. Yo, give that man some real food, man. Give him Billy some real food, bro. Give that man some real food because he deserved it and he earned it, bro. Stop giving him these guys. Like, if these supposed to be tests, they're not going to cut it, yo. That dude way too much for these run-of-the-mill. Nah, you got to give him something for real, man. Give him Billy a step up because he earned it, bro. Bro is serious. Look, he ain't no perfect fighter by any stretch. But he got the kind of style where he got pressure, he bring it, he sturdy jab. You get what I'm saying? Heavy shots. Like I said, he brings it. So you got to put him in there with somebody that's gonna offer up more resistance than what was it, 40 seconds? Appreciate you, Asian. What's good with it, fam? So I like him, Billy. I like what I'm saying, but it's gonna be the same as long as they keep putting him in there with these level of guys. They can't do nothing with that, dude. They're gonna be tough enough to go the distance and take a beating on the way to that decision, or he gonna stop him. Like, so he ready for a step up, respectfully. I think he earned it. I think he deserved it, man. He putting himself in position. He ain't crying and screaming. Put that man in there with some real food, somebody that can really push him, give him some pushback. Think he's gonna stop Derevyanchenko? That's when I'll make my say. And Billy got said, Derevyanchenko on August. Okay, yeah, he might be the one, yo. I don't know if Derevyanchenko have enough at this stage to keep him up off him. It's gonna be interesting to see. I mean, I don't want to count him out. He is a vet. He been around the block, but that's a tough out for him at this stage, man. He gonna really bring it. So let's see. But I expect him to hurt Derevyanchenko, man. I wouldn't be surprised if he the first one to stop him. I don't think Derevyanchenko been stopped yet, right? So might be the first one. Yeah, salute to all the usual suspects, the channel members, man. Salute to everybody, man. I said the same thing the other day. If Derek don't want to say 140 anymore, he pulled Josh Taylor up to 147. Yeah, man, that's a fight for him. That's a fight for him. A1, it is. It is. It is. But yeah, Derevyanchenko is good. I get you 12 threes. I think he's going to get through him, though. I think he's going to deal with Derevyanchenko. I think it's a battle of new versus old. And it's just too young, too hungry, too much, too strong, too vicious, too relentless. That's what I think of when he getting there with Derevyanchenko. And when you look at the way Derevyanchenko fight, he likes to fight at a slower pace. He's an older guy. He likes to, slow things down. And Billy is the opposite of that. He don't allow you to really be comfortable in there, right? He stay in your face, in your chest at times, and he really works. So I don't see Derevyanchenko really having what it takes to keep that man honest for the fight. You know what I mean? Like he gonna really go for it. He gonna try to hurt him. As he does everybody, right? Like that's what I like about Billy. Like his goal is the same, to hurt. Every time he get in there, it don't matter who in front of him. Like he trying to get rid of you. So I like it. He make mistakes, but he's very entertaining, fan-friendly fight. And like I said, as long as they keep giving him these run-of-the-mill type of guys, these older guys, faded old champions, ex-champions, or almost champions, those type of dudes, he gonna beat. So we'll see. We're going to know what he really cooking with as he step up. Kyle Sports, the box story and JBT family in the building. How you feeling, bro? But nonetheless, good win for him. It was fast. I think 40 seconds was the time on that KO for Billy. Who was that? Mark Heffron. He stopped. Look, tough dude that, dude was supposed to offer up some rounds and offer him some resistance, but he could. Again, it's a matter of these dudes. Can you keep him up out your face and up off your ass? And you just can't. You get what I'm saying? You can't keep him about your kitchen. It's gonna get dark in there, and that's just what it is. So, and Billy is a dog, man. It's unfortunate that David Morrell and Benavidez both are taking fights at 75. So that at least takes them off the table in terms of like future next up opponents. But we'll see, man. We'll see. But I like what I'm seeing in Billy, man. He a dog. He a dog at the end of the day, man. He's a dog. Let me get this camera on, y'all. Salute to the fam. Y'all smash the like button, man. We gonna get to this. We're gonna get to this documentary that people been sending me. Destroy Munguia. I think he relentless. Him and Munguia be interesting, but I think Berlanga definitely make enough mistakes. I think he got more will and more grit. Like he just fight with more. He leave everything in there. Like, and Billy be really trying to get rid of you, dude. Like he ain't nothing nice about that dude inside a boxing ring. You get what I'm saying? He's dangerous. I mean, Billy stopped Sergey. The Canelo talks with Rampo for sure. You know it. They trying to create the next opponent for Canelo, but it's crazy to me because it's like if you look too dangerous, the chances of Canelo fighting, he's just gonna treat you like you don't matter or like you ain't proved enough. That's what I learned about him at this stage. He's just spoiled. He entitled. He gonna do what he want. If you look too dangerous, he gonna, you know what I mean? Munguia, we all knew what it was with Munguia. Offensive powerhouse, a lot of knockouts, Mexican fighter, easy to sell, right? Easy, very easy to sell. But at the end of the day, we knew he made a ton of mistakes that would lead to him almost getting stopped now. Good thing he made it the distance and he put up a fight, but we all knew he was gonna fall short. That's how Canelo gonna pick him. Like it's gonna be some danger to him. It's gonna be some resistance they're gonna put up, but it's not gonna be enough. Like he's past the stage of fighting somebody that could possibly beat him for the most part, if that makes sense. Like anything can happen in any fight, but for the most part, he's only gonna pick people that he got real like clear-cut advantages over. If he don't have that clear-cut advantage, he's not fighting. You get what I'm saying? So if you inexperienced, like you seen Munguia got a ton of fights, but still those are more quantity over quality, right? So yeah, fight him. You get what I'm saying? Same thing, Berlanga had a bunch of 16 first round knockouts, right? God with holes in his game, he'll fight somebody like that. So, but he's past the point of, that Bevel type, the Gennady Golovkin type challenge where somebody got a real chance at beating him. I don't think we'll see it. You know what I mean? I'm busy with a dude fan. It's plenty of sense that Diva don't want to lose again. He don't. Samuel, what it do, family? How you feeling? He don't want to lose again. So as long as that's the mentality, there's just certain people that you're not going to see him share the ring with because he don't want to lose. He's entitled and spoiled for the most part. He felt like he's past the prove it stage. So it's a matter of me picking who I want. If I can sell the fight, yeah, we're going to take it. If I got advantages over this guy, yeah, I'm going to take it. You get what I'm saying? And that's just what it is. I mean, you're going to see it with his next opponent. It's going to be the same thing. Whether it's that guy, William Skull, and he's going to say, oh, it was a mandatory when the last time he cared about a mandatory. So I ain't trying to hear that. But you're going to see. You're going to see it. Respect to him and all the work he's put in. But you know, boxing ain't the kind of sport that you could afford to act like you don't have to prove it no more. Like sports in general, especially something like boxing, when you sitting at the top of the throne and you getting paid that hefty type of money. And I ain't counting nobody's pocket, but you getting paid and then you handpicking. So you're going to always turn people off. It's going to always be people that don't rock with that. But it's going to always be a nice amount of people that's casual, that don't care, and they just want to see you fight. No matter if it's the dude at LA Fitness or the guy that's bartending down the street, like they don't give a damn. So that's just what it is. He's spoiled, untitled fighter. He's damn sure dangerous, skilled as hell, but he just don't fully want to challenge himself the way we want to see it at home. He passed that. He feel like that's beneath him. It's crazy to say, but that's how he move. If you don't fight Bud or Benavidez, Canelo legacy may be iffy when it comes to the end of his career. Let me say, Dr. Benavidez will always follow him. It will. We're going to talk about that too a little bit with Bud, because, you know, I got a conversation to talk about with Bud and how I feel like, you know what, now just having time to think about it, overlooking it, he don't need no damn Canelo Alvarez. So Canelo making excuses not to fight him anyway, talking about he won't get no credit. The hell with him. We're going to talk about that in a few too, man. Well, Bud don't even need to even fight a Canelo Alvarez, and he'd be much greater off without even entertaining his ass. You know what I mean? Giving him all those advantages that he probably would be privy to on fight night. Hell with that. But nonetheless, if Bud was to do it, I'm supporting Bud and I'm rocking with him. Undercard boxing, what's good, my guy? You feeling his own pin? Canelo 20+ million for mandatory. You dig what I'm saying? Probably not, because you know they don't make him fight him. Southpaw Killer, what's good with it, fam? How you feeling? Y'all smash the like button, but let's get to it. Canelo, as far you get what I'm saying? Exactly, undercard. He don't care. He don't care. Like, it's picking and choosing for him. It's clear. You know what I mean? It's clear. Had they eat howdy partner. How you feeling, Queen? Peace and blessings to you. Good to see you as always, man. But let's get to this, man. Let's get to this Haney thing. Y'all smash that like button for your bro. We gonna keep building, man. Skills, Mr. New Orleans in the flesh, my bro. What's good with it, family? How you feeling, bro? How you feeling? How you feeling? And peace to the Queen in the Cash App. Much love to you.
And we ain't never got to box again. Well, right. well. I already been getting these back, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Salute to you. Much love, man. But let's get to Zoom verse. Peace and blessings to my bro. What's good with it, family? How you feeling? What it do, man? What it do? Is it true that Bud can be fighting for the WBL? And yeah, true indeed. I got the clip on that too, Hoary Fangs. That's why I love the chat. Y'all be on it. Y'all, the stuff that y'all be wanting to talk about. Like, if y'all ever always read my description, I could never fit it in the title, but we gonna cover that too. Slightly. We gonna talk about that. I got a little clip where he was talking about that, Bud Crawford. But let's get to this, being that a few people sent this to me. Said it was good. I watched it. It was good from much as I could see it was. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. Salute to my baby girl, the Queen, Miss Just Do. How you feeling, baby girl? Y'all smash the like button for me, as I said, man. Sub to the channel if you're new. And we just gonna keep on rocking, man. Let's get to it, man. Let's get to it. This is the Exodus Files, y'all. This is the Exodus Files. Is the channel. Shout out to them. Shout out to him or them or that they, you know, whoever. This was a good, well put together documentary, man. From what I watched, and I can tell from the numbers, 53K is just growing. So people definitely checking this out and watching it and giving a different opinion. So we, you know, I'm not here to sway nobody. We just here to chop it up and break it down, man. Chop it up and break it down how we always do, man. Let's get to yeah. The WBO said to Crawford, like they're supporting him. They're supporting him as a as their champion. Like they won't be doing no stripping and none of that to Bud Crawford. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, bro said, did I get his cash out? Let me check. Pardon me if I missed it. Pardon me, my guy. We gonna get to it, man. Salute to everybody in the building. Hope y'all enjoying y'all Memorial Day. You know. My bad, y'all. My phone be acting slow. I got so much stuff on my phone. Man, much love to my bro Trey in that Cash App. Said real, recognize real, peace and prosperity, man. That's love, man. Salute to my bro. Always supporting the grind as well, man. Salute to you, Trey. Gonna give you a just due when I get back to this other screen. But we gonna get to this, y'all. We gonna get to this. They was sending it to your boy. Let's get to it. Let's get to it.
There is something strange about this picture of Devin Haney. But what is it? What could it be? This man knows what's strange about this picture of Devin Haney, and so do we.
B-Dog,
and after watching his video, you will know too. Soon you will also know the significance of this picture of Ryan Garcia. There is something very bizarre going on here, and we now have a public split between two sides in a peculiar case in boxing, the Devin Haney side and the Ryan Garcia side. And now you get to hear things from the perspective of an insider. Pay close attention to what you are about to see and what you are about to hear, because it will likely change your perspectives on one of the most important conflicts in current boxing history. To begin, I only want you to think about one word, because that word is the most important word of this entire segment.
Real quick. If you talking about undercard, what you said real quick, said how you move up, fight for vacant. If you talking about Bud, I think that had to do with the previous titles that he held at 47, which is why I think he held on to him so long. And the WBO went to back him, and they made it clear that they wouldn't be doing no stripping of any kind when it comes to Bud Crawford, if that's who you was referring to, fighting for the titles. And it might be two of them on the line, but we're going to get to that too. We're going to cover all that, man. We're going to cover all that, but let's get through this because this is a little while. Man, we're going to stop it every now and then, break it down, but let's get to it.
Wait. Devin Haney just took his first official loss at the hands of Ryan Garcia on April 20th, 2024. There was a wild controversy leading up to this fight, including serious threats,
Black Unicorn, what up, man? It's going to be a homicide on April the 20th. Make sure you
insults,
tomorrow, the world will see that I'm levels above this average fighter,
and weight problems. Ryan Garcia did not make the official weigh-in limit of 140 pounds. Devin Haney weighed in at 140 pounds, and Ryan Garcia weighed in at 143 pounds. Ryan Garcia paid 7 figures to Team Haney for the 3-pound discrepancy. The Haneys took the financial settlement and agreed to continue with the fight with no problem. Although Ryan missed weight, most observers thought that the 3 pounds would make no difference because most observers thought that Ryan Garcia was simply outmatched in this contest against Devin Haney. The Haneys clearly stated the 3 pounds would not matter.
At any point, do you consider not taking the fight, considering he missed weight by over 3?
Of course not. It don't matter what weight he came in. I'm a true champion, and I will show it.
Here is where things get very bizarre. After the embarrassing beating Devin Haney took from Ryan Garcia, the narrative suddenly changed. Devin Haney mentioned the word weight multiple times post-fight, alluding to the idea that weight was the reason he lost.
Larry Williams, peace, man.
Many fans and sports analysts began to even say that Ryan Garcia cheated, or Ryan Garcia had an unfair advantage, including retired professional boxer Timothy Bradley.
Ryan went in the ring with an advantage, people. It's all about this. You step into the ring, you have an advantage over somebody that actually made the weight, and it was a tough way in for Devin Haney. That is victory right here. I'll give you credit for it, but with an asterisk next to it. Telling you right now, guys, my man cheated. He set this up.
Here's where all of the problems begin.
Real quick, just to stop it real quick. I'm going to try not to stop it too much, y'all. My only thing about the weight and the 3 pounds is, right, for one, y'all both rehydrate, right? Y'all both rehydrate. And I hear them keep saying it was a tough weight cut for Devin Haney. Now, follow me just for a second, family. Whether or not Ryan actually made the weight or missed the weight, if the weight cut was going to be tough for Devin Haney, it was going to be tough regardless. Am I right or wrong? His weight cut being tough for him had nothing to do with Ryan Garcia at all. Like, tough is tough. Tough weight cut should mean that you arguably should be moving up. That's just my opinion on it, my humble opinion on it. If you're already, your first weight cut was tough. The first time you got to 140. The second one is tough. So everyone from here is going to be tough. Sound like you might just need to move up. That's your body. Your body's telling you that. That's what it sounds like. But regardless of what Ryan did, it was going to be tough regardless for Devin, right? Tough. It was going to be tough whether he made the weight or didn't make the weight. You know what I mean? I get it. You figure Ryan didn't deplete himself as much as Devin did because he didn't even try to make the weight. He stopped at 143. I get that, but they still going to rehydrate. You get what I'm saying? And I think when you look at the fight and how that played out, I think the fight had less to do about weight and more to do about preparation, game plan, and execution, if we're being honest, along with the corners. You know what I mean? It was a difference in corners as well. So this fight didn't play out, in my opinion, like a fight that the weight was a factor. No, game plan, strategy, approach, execution, preparation, those things come to mind when I think about how the fight played out and why it went the way it did. But let's continue, man. Y'all smash the like button, sub to the channel. We're going to keep getting to it, man. Bars are trash. What's good with it, man? We ain't here to defend it. We just going, it ain't about if he cheated or not. We ain't even get there yet. Nobody's defending if he cheating. What I do know is he had Otarine in his system. What I do know is he had multiple failed tests. What I don't know and what nobody at home knows, whether it was intentional or not. So that's where we at with it. So I want to be very clear for anybody that's in here. Nobody is defending whether or not he cheated. The fact that Otarine was in the system is a fact. It was a fact that it was in there. Multiple tests shown that, right? We just don't know how it got there. So I think that's the only fight for him. So now that we got that out the way, let's continue. Nobody's defending Ryan Garcia. This ain't even about that.
Were the circumstances of this fight really unfair, or is this case deeper than what lies on the surface? To find the answer, we must look at none other than Devin Haney himself. You're about to see something here in greater detail than you've ever seen. Let's take a look at Devin Haney's history of fairness and weight through his last 4 opponents. This is the weigh in between Devin Haney and his last opponent before Ryan Garcia, Regis Prograis. Did you hear that? What did he say? No, you missed it. Play it again. He said, "You're too small." This is the weigh in between Devin Haney and Vasily Lomachenko. Can you read lips? He said it again. "You're too small. You're too small."
Devin Haney saying you're too small. You're too small if you're reading lips. I don't think.
This is the weigh in between Devin Haney and George Kambosos. Are you reading? He said it again. You're too small. You're too small. So we see a pattern here, and trust me, this pattern is far more important and bizarre than you may think for 2 reasons. Reason 1, because unquestionably, these are the biggest fights of Devin Haney's career. The fights that launched him into conversations of being the best powerful pound fighter in the world. The conversation of being the best fighter in the world, according to his father, Bill Haney.
Devin is truly the best fighter on the planet. My nickname for Devin is Superman.
This is extremely bizarre because on his fight path to prove himself as a top-level fighter, Devin Haney is telling his opponents with pure confidence that you are too small, indicating that he has a significant size advantage. Reason 2 why this pattern is so important and bizarre is because of what you're about to see next. Devin Haney fought Regis Prograis in California at the 140-pound weight limit, but on the night of the fight, Haney gained a 9-pound weight advantage over Regis Prograis because after the weigh-in, Haney went from 140 pounds all the way up to 165 pounds overnight. This is a 25-pound increase in less than 24 hours. This was unquestionably illegal under the terms of the Regis Prograis contract, but also it was clearly illegal under the terms of the California State Athletic Commission. Don't believe
Remember,
that?
that's that
Take a
video
look at
that
this.
I played too earlier.
According to this article released by ESPN.com in 2019, CSAC, the California State Athletic Commission, one of the largest combat sports regulatory bodies in the world, voted Tuesday to pass a rule that would cancel a fight if a competitor weighed more than 15% above the contracted weight on the day of the event. The new rule was passed by a vote of 5-0 during a meeting at the Millennium Biltmore Hotel. What that means is that the official weight was 140 pounds. The fighters can only gain up to 15% of 140 pounds after the weigh-in. So what is 15% of 140 pounds? That's 21 pounds. Each fighter could have legally rehydrated up to 161 pounds. Even though that was far more than enough room for legal rehydration, Haney swelled all of the way up from 140 pounds to 165 pounds.
Let me just stop it. I see some of y'all comments. I hear y'all, and I want y'all to hear me. Y'all saying, you know, they did nothing about it. And I would agree with y'all because that would be the truth. Yeah, they didn't do anything about it, but the rule is already in place. I think it was a matter of if they enforced it or not. You get what I'm saying? I don't think they enforced their rule. Obviously not, because the fight went through. And now we just now hearing about all of this stuff. Like I played a video earlier in the week or last week about them talking about it. They was discussing it. So this is just kind of adding a follow-up, if you will, to that video with kind of more detail. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't here to sway nobody. Everybody can feel how you want to feel. This is not to protect nobody. We just checking this out together. What he's stating is in fact the rules, but why they didn't enforce it is beyond me. I don't know. I can't complain about it. Yeah, Regis facts. Lenovo, he didn't do nothing about it either. That would be correct. He just didn't. So, and his team didn't, and maybe they wasn't aware of all of this at the time of, because it seemed like it was news to him when he was told it. Like he didn't know. So I don't know. You know what I mean? But we're gonna keep rocking.
Which was illegal by 4 full pounds. He crossed the legal line by 4 full pounds, while Prograis was well within the legal rehydration terms because he only rehydrated to 156 pounds. To be clear, Haney illegally swells up an entire 25 pounds, and Prograis legally only increased by 16 pounds. Would you like to know the weirdest thing about this entire scenario? Although there were whispers in the alternative boxing media community about Haney being a weight bully, many media outlets praised Haney and lifted his image while certifying his reputation as one of the top fighters in his division, even though they knew of his incident of coming in illegally overweight versus Prograis.
This is the best Devin Haney. I'm sold, people. And what I saw last night was unbelievable.
He put on a hell of a ring performance against a very rugged, strong, determined.
Performance was good.
From Devin Haney.
He put on a hell of a
Just an absolute masterclass.
We're going to be dealing with Devin Haney for a long time, and he's going to be a nightmare for everybody around him. In terms of what's next, I don't think anybody with a boxing ring gives two hoots about watching him fight Ryan Garcia. They don't belong in the same ring together right now.
In our view, this is a terrible look for Team Haney and the supporters that ignored the fact that he was illegally overweight versus Prograis and his crucial history of weight bullying tactics.
Wow. Salute the boxing hacker in the super chat. He says, not a rule, it was a bill. The bill hasn't become a law. That's why it wasn't enforced, because it was legal. Well, there you go, boxing hacker. Salute to you. Appreciate you. I'm not about to argue that. If y'all looking for an argument, this ain't the channel. If you want to add something to it, like Boxing Hacker just did, I'm gonna acknowledge it. We're gonna keep it pushing. I'm not here to argue what was a rule, what wasn't. It was in place. All I said, it was in place. They didn't enforce it. Bill, rule, whatever, play on words, they didn't enforce it. It was in play. They didn't enforce it. Why? It's beyond me. We're gonna keep it rolling. LWBoxing, what's good with it, family? Fax Machine in the building. Yeah, that's all we just get into it. This ain't about, swaying nobody's opinion. Y'all can have whatever your opinions is. I could care less.
Listen to what Prograis himself has to say about this.
It was reported California State Athletic Commission said Devin was 165 pounds. And he's always been the bigger guy in the ring. And Ryan just pulled a curveball and decided that he was going to be the bigger guy in this fight. What do you make of that entire sequence of how that ended up developing?
I mean, it's a going wrong, come wrong type of thing, bro. Like, they did it to me, and it happened to them. That's all. You can't complain about it. If you took the fight, that's why I never really said nothing about it. I saw how big he was, and in the ring, I feel like it's a karma thing, right? Because with my fight with Devin, he came in big as shit. In my contract, it was illegal. You can't do that in the contract. Like, that much weight, you cannot put that much weight on.
Now, just to follow up on, salute the Boxing Hacker. Appreciate the support too, family. Regis Prograis, I'm not here to argue nothing, just to highlight what he said. Notice what he said. Now, maybe the California State Athletic Commission didn't enforce it, but Regis Prograis said out his own mouth, and that in his contract, it was illegal. In his contract, it was illegal, but he ain't say nothing about it. So I guess that will fall on him, his team, for not bringing it to, whoever attention or making, people aware, of the situation. So it is what it is. And the fight proceeded as it should. And it was a hell of a performance and win for Devin Haney. You know what I'm saying? Jesse, salute. I ain't here to argue with him. I'm just going to tell him, we just going to get through this. Y'all smash that like, but we going to keep rocking, man. Bend the rules. Why you mad at Toy? What's good with it? How you feeling? Yeah.
In my contract, how big he was, you cannot. It was literally, you're not supposed to do it. And then when we fought at, you're not supposed to come in that big. So that was illegal too. And now Ryan did the same thing that he did to me. Ryan did the same thing to him. So for me, I just think, bro, it just all karma. That's all. But I never complain.
That is karma.
For me, I say whatever. It is what it is. For me, I take my lick on. I lost the fight. That's what it is. But I know it was illegal.
The information only gets worse from here.
And there you have it. He said he lost the fight, but he knew that was illegal. Like y'all said, like a couple of y'all mentioned, he didn't do anything about it. His team didn't do nothing about it. The fight proceeded as it should. I'm glad it proceeded. It ended up being a hell of a performance for Devin Haney, and it made some people open their eyes to him. He was getting praised as one of the best at 140. I think that put him in position to make other fights, which probably ultimately led to this Ryan Garcia situation. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to keep getting to it, man. We're going to keep getting to it.
Come with me. Remember this? Prograis, you're too small. Lomachenko, you're too small. Kambosos, you're too small. Joseph Diaz, wait, is he too small too? Let's see. Devin Haney fought Joseph Diaz at 135 pounds. Diaz is 5'6" and Haney is 5'8". Diaz has a 64-inch reach and Haney has a 71-inch reach. This gives Haney major advantages, a 2-inch height advantage and a 7-inch reach advantage. And you can clearly see the major size advantage that Haney has when the two fighters are in the ring here. Kambosos, you're too small. Devin Haney fought Kambosos at 135 pounds. Kambosos is 5'9" and Haney is 5'8". Kambosos has a 68-inch reach and Haney has a 71-inch reach. This gives Haney a 3-inch reach advantage. Oh, and remember the illegal 25-pound weight increase that Haney took when he fought Regis Prograis? Did you think that was the only time that happened? You would be wrong. That was happening in fights well before the Prograis fight. Here's Mauricio Suleiman, president of the WBC, talking to Bill Haney about his son Devin Haney gaining 24 pounds after the weigh-ins. And he's talking about Haney fights
Conte,
that took
what it do,
place
family? How you
well
feeling? Y'all
before the
smash that
Prograis
like button,
fight.
sub,
Several
channel.
times
Black
that you were
Unicorn,
thinking
peace,
of
family.
moving up to super lightweight.
Exactly.
And your son, after the fight, after the weigh-in, the next day he was 24 pounds over the weight division. So we had reference that he could be.
When was he? What was he? 24 pounds over.
After the weigh-in, the next day when he fought, he was 24 pounds heavier than the day.
He was hydrated. You said he hydrated up 20 to 24
Absolutely.
pounds.
So
Okay.
when you
So here we have a 3-inch reach advantage for Haney, and he outweighed Kambosos significantly on the night of the fight. Lomachenko, you're too small. Devin Haney fought Lomachenko at 135 pounds. Loma is 5'7" and Haney is 5'8". Loma has a 65-inch reach, and Haney has.
Let me stop it just for a quick second. If anybody's mad, Darrell only was good with it. If anybody is mad because of this video, you way too emotionally invested. Especially if you actually stick around, not only to hear the video. I'm playing it to be fair to the situation so we could all hear. Everybody could assess it the way they want, and we could chop it up when it's over. But my assessment is always going to be what it is. Just Do is a fair person. Even though boxing ain't, I'm a fair person. So this ain't to make Devin Haney look bad. This is, it's well put together, and they making points. But again, this is not really a big deal. It's like, it's just content at the end of the day, good entertainment. This is a well put together, thought out documentary, if you will, if that's what you want to call it. But it's good work. Good work. TM was good with it.
Has a 71-inch reach. This
This
gives Haney major size advantage.
Quick. The question, I want everybody in here, hear me out. The question is not if Ryan Garcia cheated. Is if he did it intentionally. We know it was in the system, but we don't know how it got there. That's what his fight is. That should be proven. That you get what I'm saying? That should be understood with everybody in here. Nobody is saying it's cool to cheat. We're not even knowing that. Like, you get what I'm saying? We just hearing this out. You know what I mean? If y'all want to argue about Ryan cheating, then y'all can have at it. But we do know he had multiple negative tests. Then he had 3 straight, 3 straight or 4 straight positive tests. He got a fight on his hands. He got to prove that he didn't intentionally ingest it. He's still going to have to accept accountability because it was in his system to begin with. But I think it's a different penalty that he faced if he can prove that he didn't intentionally do it. It's very simple. Because I don't know about y'all, but for me, intent matters. If he can prove without a doubt that he didn't intend to do it, that this was like contamination or something like that, then by all means, I could level with that. I could understand that. But he still got to hold himself responsible for what he put into his body. It's just that simple. And again, if he can't prove that he didn't intentionally do it, then I think the penalty should be twice as steep for him. It's very simple. Hold his ass to the fire, fine him, suspend him heavily, and all that. You get what I'm saying? Let's get back to it, man.
A 1-inch height advantage and a 6-inch reach advantage.
Devin's too big. Like, I think the size. Don't get me wrong, Lomachenko could fight. Devin is way out of his weight class. Like, he's gonna make 35 and then shoot up to 150, 160, 9 times out of 10. And Lomachenko is gonna be 137, 138.
You can clearly see the major size advantage that Haney has when the two fighters are in the ring here. Prograis, you're too small. Devin Haney fought Regis Prograis at 140 pounds. Prograis is 5'8" and Haney is 5'8". Prograis has a 67-inch reach and Haney has a 71-inch reach. Prograis weighed 100.
Real quick, as far as him having the height and reach advantage, like, I just want to highlight this. The dude is making sense. Although this makes sense, it's cool, but there's nothing you can do about having a height and reach advantage over somebody. I get the point with the weight, but the height and reach, like, that's boxing. Sometimes you just taller and you longer than somebody. That's just what it is. That doesn't make any fight unfair. He built how he built. If he so happens to have a height and reach advantage, it just is what it is. But I do understand people trying to, make the big deal about the weight. I understand. I get it. But I'm gonna give my assessment when it's all said and done. Cash Crypto, what it do, family? How you feeling, bro?
156 pounds the night of the fight, and Haney weighed 165 pounds because of the illegal 25-pound weight increase. This gives Haney major size advantages. He has a 4-inch reach advantage and an illegal 9-pound weight advantage. And you can clearly see the major size advantage that Haney has when the two fighters are in the ring here. Now, isn't this ironic? Devin Haney supporters accuse Ryan Garcia of cheating and having an unfair weight advantage because he missed weight by 3 pounds against Devin Haney. And Devin Haney actually did cheat in his last fight before Ryan Garcia versus Prograis because he swelled up 25 pounds and was illegally overweight by 4 full pounds while having a weight advantage over his opponent of 9 pounds. Yet Devin Haney says he always wants everything to be fair.
I want to be on an even playing field.
H Money, what it do, family? Hood Rich was good, fam.
Step in that ring, we're equal.
Things get even worse from here, but let's summarize this. Prograis,
King
too
L,
small.
Brody?
Lomachenko,
Manuel
too
Carter
small.
was good, family.
Tambosas, too small. Diaz, way too small. Linares, because of Haney's excessive weight gain after weigh-ins, too small and too old. Gamboa, way too small. Devin Haney, who is being sold to boxing fans as the best fighter on the planet and a top 5 pound-for-pound fighter.
Just want to say this real quick. Anytime it comes out of his father, Bill Haney's mouth, that I got my son is the best fighter in boxing, I got the best fighter on the planet, I get it that people going to say they don't agree with it, but he really supposed to do that. As a father, his trainer, his promoter, him pushing him, he really supposed to do that. To an extent, you get what I'm saying? That's what he supposed to be doing. Like, you get what he's, I got the second best fighter. No, he going to say, yo, I got the best fighter in the world. And that's for everybody else to argue and debate about, right? But in terms of his job, he's supposed to sell his son is the best fighter in the world. You get what I'm saying? Now, you know, the ring don't lie, but that's another story. But in terms of if that's his job, I think to a large part, that's what he's supposed to be doing.
And the next Floyd Mayweather has had a career fight trajectory path of his last 6 opponents to build his credibility as a top-level fighter. And he has had major size weight advantages over every single opponent. He also actually lost in the eyes of many observers to one of the smallest opponent of them all, which was Vasily Lomachenko. So the best fighter in the world has proved himself beating the most important opponents of his career by having multiple advantages over them while illegally breaking the rules of weight and rehydration in some of those fights in the process. But then, when Devin Haney finally fights a fighter his age, and most importantly, a fighter his size in Ryan Garcia, this happens.
I be smoking on that Haney pack. Yeah, I'm smoking on that Haney pack.
Man, hold on, y'all.
Boy, I hit you with the.
He still got the Haney pack, man. I got it. My bad, y'all. I had to try to mute it. I don't want to get the. I'm trying to avoid the copyright.
Yeah, I'm going on.
Man, his face was swelled. Man, his face was swelled. And again, there's a lot of this. This is just this guy's opinion or his thoughts on it.
At 135.
Like, again, a lot of this stuff is always going to be up for debate. You can debate some of this stuff if you want, but I get where he's going with it. He's just making a case. I get it, man. It's well put together. I understand it, but, you know, it is what it is. John BX was good with it, fam. Picasso was good with it. Say he took his candy. Salute to everybody in the building. Y'all make sure y'all smash that like button, sub to the channel. We're going to keep rocking, man. We about halfway through this.
140 pounds. You cannot say that any of them has had this type of consecutive streak of major size advantages. If you look at their last 7 fights, which were the most important fights of their careers also, you can't say this about Ryan Garcia. You can't say this about Gervonta Davis. You can't even say this about Shakur Stevenson. You can't say this about Teofimo Lopez. And as a bonus, But you can't say this about Vasily Lomachenko, and you certainly cannot say this about Floyd Mayweather. When he was rising from 135 to 147, Mayweather was almost always fighting fighters his size or larger.
Diego was damn near 6 feet. 5'11", what was it? 5'10".
Since weighing in, and the other one gained 16 pounds. Advantage to the much bigger Corrales.
Trying to skip ahead, man.
Tested positive for 2 performance enhancement drugs, including the substance Otarine and also 19-norandrosterone. Accusations swirled like wildfire, choosing Ryan Garcia as a steroid abuser and a cheater. And a day after the news broke, guess who quickly popped up on ESPN to double down on the accusations? That's right, Devin Haney. What I'm about to say is very important. Devin Haney went on ESPN to launch a full assault on Ryan Garcia's character before Ryan Garcia even had a fair trial regarding the initial test results. He completely ignored the fact that there is a process after positive test results are released, because the B sample has to be tested, evidence needs to be gathered, circumstances need to be studied and evaluated. The investigation has to play out because errors could have been made by the testing agency. Ryan Garcia's supplements could have been contaminated, along with many other alternative possibilities. But instead of being fair and allowing Ryan Garcia the time for fair investigation, Devin Haney goes on a full character assault. The irony. In this interview, Haney talks about wanting to be on an even playing field, wanting to be equal and fair with his opponents. He goes on to talk about Ryan Garcia's character and cheating. He also went on to say Garcia would do anything to win, including cheat. Remember these words. All of this is about to get even deeper because of 2 words: the split. The earth-shattering news.
Real quick, before he continue to get into this, I just want to say this. In terms of Devin Haney going on, ESPN and stating his case, you got to take it from put yourself in his shoes. I said this before. When you hear this, imagine after you lost, that's already shocking to you that you just lost to a guy that you felt like wasn't on your level. So you processing that. Picture you at home processing the loss that you just took. First time in your career, you got knocked down a few times. You know what I mean? It was a tough, grueling fight, and you lost to a guy that you felt you was definitely better than, right? Then you get a phone call or text message or whatever have you, and they tell you, "Hey, man, you heard this dude just pop for Otarine." What you gonna say? Well, you know what? I'm gonna just sit back and I'm gonna wait for all the evidence to come. No, you gonna have a emotional response, or let me say this: you more than like you will be within your right to have an emotional response to it because it's your career that you're talking about. So to his credit, to his favor, like the way he reacted and responded is kind of similar to how you feel like somebody would if they felt like they got cheated. So people have to keep that in mind. And I ain't making no argument for no fighter. I'm just saying what it is, like being real about it. Like it wasn't for him to sit back until everything unfolded. Now, again, if you go on like he said, a full-blown character assault, and then you end up being wrong, now you kind of look silly there, but still in all, you can understand his feelings toward the situation. Like, yo, I just got cheated. Not only did I lose, but damn, I ain't lose fair and square. He cheated me. So yeah, he gonna go crazy. He gonna be emotional about it. That's his career you talking about. And to his credit, I get it, the issue that he's making about the weight, I understand that. But my only question would be, why ain't the sanctioning bodies making an issue out of it? Why are they letting the fights go through if he really breaking the rules? That would be my only question. I'm not justifying him breaking the rules, but I'm saying, why is nobody else making a big deal out of it? They letting fights happen, right? So that's all I'm gonna say to that. And as far as him, going on ESPN, yeah, it's fresh in his mind. He's still recovering from the loss. He like, man, and this dude done cheated me. Yeah, I'm about to go up here and say, man, this, and he only going off of the shit that he was told. He's going off the tests that were positive with Otarine in it. So what is he supposed to say? Like, you get what I'm saying? I'm just being fair to the situation. He was supposed to feel like that. So, well, he supposed to sit back and be like, yeah, I'm gonna just wait. Now he like, yo, I knew something was wrong. You get what I'm saying? So you just never know. Put yourself in that situation. You feel like somebody cheated you, gypped you out of a loss. You know what I mean? You done built your career a certain way and somebody get it off like that. Again, weight is one thing, but a PD, that's a whole nother ball game. You get what I'm saying? But I get it. Breaking rules is breaking rules. But if they're not going to enforce their own rules or make issue of it, I can't do it from my seat. I'm not going to cry either. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to finish getting to this, man. Y'all smash that like button, sub to the channel, man. We're going to keep rocking.
News that Ryan Garcia tested positive for banned substances created a split that divided the boxing world and fans into two sides, the Garcia side and the Haney side. After
Ain't no
this
side,
section,
man. Hold on, real
you
quick.
will get to decide.
In this situation right here, I want everybody in here to know this shit ain't got nothing to do with choosing no side. I don't care who said it. If you really for boxing, you choose what's right for the sport. You choose whatever the truth is. That's what we want. Nobody's choosing a Devin Haney side or a Ryan Garcia side. If you're a true boxing fan, I don't care. One of the two is your favorite fighter. In a situation like this, you don't choose a side. You choose what's right for boxing. You choose fair. You choose the truth. That's it. That's all. You don't pick a side. You know what I mean? You let the truth come out and then you back that. That's it. That's all, bro. I like both of these dudes. I support both of them, but I don't support PD users. You get what I'm saying? So if the truth come out and it says that Ryan Garcia is in fact a guy that intentionally used PEDs, then he get treated accordingly. If it comes out that that wasn't the case, then he get treated accordingly. But either way, you're going to be fair, not to just one of the fighters. You're going to be fair to the situation in boxing. You don't have to pick a side. You could pick what's right for the sport. What's right for the sport is the truth to come out. There's no denying the Otarine that was in your system. The only thing that this dude should be trying to prove or make note of or make sure everybody knows is that he didn't intentionally, knowingly do it. I could level with him if he didn't know, if he was just ignorant, if it was tainted supplements. You should be able to prove that. But if you can't, I'm not trying to hear setup, none of that. I've been saying this all along. I'm going to be very consistent, bro. He going to get treated accordingly, but I'm not going to be the judge and the jury. I'm going to wait till all the stuff come out, but as it come out, we're going to listen to it. We're going to break it down. I'm going to give a fair assessment. We just going to move on. Don't have to be overly emotional in this situation. You can support either one of these guys that don't have nothing to do with you supporting somebody that cheated. People don't know how to separate the two because they're too emotional. I don't think not one soul in here is cool with the fact that he had Otarine in his system that night. Whether it was intentional or not, I don't think none of us are cool with that. Don't nobody want to see Devin Haney lose to the point where you want to see somebody cheat to do it. Don't nobody want to see that shit. I support boxing. Devin Haney ain't never gave me a reason not to support him. Even up until this loss, I had even more of a reason to support him because I know a lot of people about to jump off the bandwagon because he done took a loss. You know what I'm saying? So salute to him, kudos to him. What I'll say before I continue this, Devin Haney, keep fighting your fight, whatever you feel like that is. Ryan Garcia should know what his fight is. It's to clear his name, not to prove that it was or wasn't in his system, because there's no denying that it was or wasn't. It was in there. Now you need to be showing people undeniably, hey, man, this was consistent with tainted supplements. This is how it came from X, Y, and Z. That should be your fight. If you can't do that, all that trolling and shit, he can miss me with that. And they need to go ahead and make it a no contest. They need to go ahead and do that and ban the hell out of his ass if he guilty like that. You know what I'm saying? It's just that simple. You be fair to boxing, not the fighter. Be fair to the sport, and you'll never go wrong. Let's keep getting to it, man. Y'all smash the like button, sub to the channel, man. We're going to keep rocking.
Which side you're on. Those that sided with Devin Haney immediately voiced their opinions
and
that
again,
Ryan Garcia
he's speaking to the people that pick sides. He ain't telling you had to pick one, but it did cause a divide, and people, like they do emotionally, a lot of times people pick sides. If you want to be real to the sport, you call yourself a true supporter of the sport, then you don't have to pick a side. You just side with whatever the truth is. So if the truth is that Ryan intentionally did it, fry his ass. If the truth is that it was contamination, then treat him accordingly. It's just simple as hell. Or you could keep calling him a cheat. I could care less.
And those that sided with Garcia seemed to be suspicious of foul play or just expressed enough confidence in Ryan Garcia's character that he wouldn't cheat. Those that sided with Ryan Garcia includes one of the most popular active boxing stars, the undefeated Gervonta Tank Davis. Coach Ellis,
they
one
are
of Gervonta
suffering,
Davis's
They
coaches,
suffering.
Mexican boxing superstar Canelo Alvarez, Hall of Fame boxer Shane Mosley, former coach of Rolly Romero, Coach Bullet, and Ellie Sekpak, veteran boxing reporter from ES News. Those that sided with Haney includes the likes of former boxer Timothy Bradley, former HBO commentator Jim Lampley, former boxer Zab Judah, who was a close friend of Bill Haney and godfather of Devin Haney, George Kambosos, who was an active boxer and former opponent of Devin Haney, Peter Garcia, current boxing trainer, and one more very important individual
learn how to watch
to this
things
entire
without their
bizarre
emotions, bro.
case.
Just
Now let's take a
process the
listen to what
information
Haney's
and shoot.
reporters had to
Know what I
say
mean?
about this case.
The first temple he popped for, I don't, what is it? What was it? Otarine or whatever, performance enhancement drug or whatever. Look, man, Vada is a trusted company. Just put it that way, a trusted company. I believe in Vada. Whatever was in the A sample should be in the B sample. Okay, it should be in it.
True.
All right.
I think it's very unfortunate that he tested positive for a banned substance. He says, lies.
Fact, Lenovo.
My
Fact, I agree.
basic belief, strong
Disqualification
belief,
and proven
position
intentional.
is Vada doesn't lie. There's
Those
are
definitely no
scientists.
contest, should I say. Take the loss back.
That's how you want to start it? Gee.
Unruly Girl, Peace Queen, how you feeling? The KMJ Network, how you feeling, Brody?
Devin Haney is still pound for pound, number one.
If this is the truth and he has tested positive, especially for this thing, as well as putting in the 3 pounds heavier that he came in, using every bit of advantage plus a cheating advantage, it's a bad move. It's a bad look. It's a dog act. When you start to play games where you've come in heavy, all right, obviously Devin's usually got the advantage being the bigger guy, but Ryan try to twist it on them and do the same.
He tested positive. That's period. End of story. He tested positive.
And who is this mystery figure that sided with Devin Haney? This is Victor Conte. Victor Conte is the man behind the biggest scandal in the nutrition supplements business. The scandal landed Conte in court along with multiple superstar athletes for cheating on a mass scale. He was convicted for selling undetectable performance enhancement drugs to world athletes in 2005. In 1984, San Francisco, California, Conte founded Balco, the Bay Area Laboratory Cooperative. The company collected information on world-class athletes and developed nutrition programs for them. But Conte has always been walking a thin line between innocent nutritional supplements and illegal performance-enhancing drugs. He's been noted for saying, powerful athletes are going to want some of my supplements, and I can get them into their bodies faster than the FDA can say they are safe and faster than the anti-doping agency can say whether or not they are legal or illegal. He has admitted to sitting with athletes and watching them inject his undetectable substances. Conte has also admitted to hiring employees from the testing facilities. These employees would work with Conte behind the scenes and feed him information so that his athletes would remain undetectable. Let's see what Victor had to say about cheating even after he was convicted.
It's not cheating if everybody's doing it. And if you've got the knowledge that that's what everybody's doing, and those are the real rules of the game, then you're not cheating.
And now,
it's crazy that somebody that say that will ever be trusted again. And all I'm saying is this: I can understand how the guy that knows how to cheat and get away with it will have a job with preventing it from happening. I get that whole part, but I don't understand why people make these big, huge arguments when people have their reservations toward this dude. When you hear him say stuff like that, it's not cheating if everybody doing it. Like, what the hell are we talking about then? And again, I ain't got nothing against some person. I could care less about the dude. You get caught, deal with people accordingly. He got a pass. If he grown from that past, remains to be seen. But don't tell me people don't got the right to be a little bit skeptical about a guy that's on record saying stuff like that. That's all I'm gonna say. LaMarcus, what's good with the family? How you feeling? Big Dre, what it do, Brody? What's good with it? We're gonna keep going. Carl Brown, what's good with it? Yeah, I don't know how the sport let them this close, and I don't know. It's just tough. Like, it's tough. I get it. People can change. I get that. Second chances. I understand that. But don't tell me that you can't be skeptical about a guy that got a jacket, so to speak, as long as my arm. Like, don't tell me that I can't be a little bit skeptical. I can't be feeling a little red flaggish about this dude. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. But
years and years after the scandal, Conte has developed a new company called SNAC. SNAC uses clinical science to develop new ways to optimize human performance in athletes. The company seems to be similar to Conte's old company, Balco, in the way it provides cutting-edge supplements to athletes. Now Victor Conte and SNAC has a whole new stable of boxers that it supports. One of the main boxers that Conte and SNAC supports these days is none other than Devin Haney. Devin Haney, the same fighter that has been confirmed to illegally gain a major weight advantage by swelling up 25 pounds after weigh-ins. Devin Haney, the fighter that's had a suspicious history of excessive weight gain in his past 7 fights since he joined the SNAC program around 2020. Let's see what Victor Conte has to say about Ryan Garcia and the PEB test results.
He has somehow suggested that you are, in a way, behind his failing of these drug tests. I would love to get your response.
More than a decade ago, when VADA first started, I was one of the first trainers that was referring my fighters world champions. The first one was Nonito Donaire. I have been sending my fighters, obviously because of my background, okay, and things that happened back in 2003, so I refer my fighters to VADA. Did I introduce Margaret Goodman and Flip Hamansky that run VADA to people like Dick Pound, who was the founding chairman of WADA, the World Anti-Doping Agency, and others that helped them be able to do the testing at WADA accredited labs? Yes, I made some introductions.
So you are not behind Ryan Garcia's positive?
I am not behind Ryan Garcia's positive drug tests. Let's, for just a moment, talk about Devin Haney, my guy. Devin Haney, my guy. Devin Haney, my guy. And how horrible this is for him. And until we get a reasonable explanation from Ryan, the burden proof is on him to prove there was no intent to cheat. Because otherwise, I don't care if somebody snuck into your room and spiked your toothpaste. I don't care if somebody snuck into your room and spiked your toothpaste. You're going to be responsible. The burden is on him.
As you can see, Conte is very serious about his support of Devin Haney. And I can tell you, this connection could be more deeply woven than you think. Take a listen to what Garcia's reporters had to say about this case.
Let it be clear that Victor Conte is the steroid master that's over all of this stuff. The boxing, he's over the boxing stuff. So it's kind of odd to me that
James Marshall was good with it
at the last minute when they did all
on the
these
SNAC program, though. That's the thing. Like, Bud don't work with
fight.
Victor
And
Conte.
then when he wins against Devin Haney,
You might have seen him with a shirt on, but he don't work with Victor.
So that's my take on it, is that, I mean, I couldn't trust what Victor Conte is saying because he's actually the guy that administers steroids to everybody. And he's actually the guy that, you know, does steroids and testing. It's kind of weird to me that is a conflict of interest. It's weird.
Yeah,
and
crazy.
Knowing that Devin Haney is his guy, you know, that he sponsors or whatever. So now he wants Devin Haney to look good and beat the victor because he was supposed to win, being on SNAC or whatever it is, that whatever type of clear cream steroid he is given to Devin Haney. I don't know. And I know that.
I'll say this right off the bat, yo. People are entitled to say what they want to say. Their opinions don't got to be my thoughts. I don't think Devin Haney is a dirty fighter at all. Victor Conte, not. I understand people's suspicion, but until that man get caught the same way everybody else do, I ain't never gonna put that jacket on. So people could come up with whatever, you know, detailed explanation of what they think until you can tell me what you know. I really don't care what nobody think. Me personally, I don't think that. I'm not putting it on him. It's just like when it comes to Ryan, it's not a matter if we think he had Otarine in his system. We know, right? Now, what we don't know is how he got there. And like I said, that's a fight for him. So let's get back to it, man. It's toward the end, man. We got like 12 more minutes for this. Salute to everybody in the building. Y'all smash that like button. Let's keep rocking.
I don't really think that he did use it. So why ain't come out that Tuesday or that week? They waited till Canelo fight to push that he had something in his drug. Then once they pushed that, Devin and them was on ESPN that night promoting that he was. It's all, and I'm telling you.
Some of the news that happened with Ryan, do you believe some of the stuff that's happened? Or
Not at all. Not at all. You just gotta let the truth rise to the top.
Right, coach. Salute to Coach Kenny. Simple and plain. See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying with Coach? Simple and plain. Nah. You just gotta let the truth rise to the top. That's it. Just let the truth rise to the top. If you're on the side of the truth, then you good. It's just that simple. Nobody is backing a fighter being cheated to lose. Or to be cheated on any stretch of it, on any level. Nobody's backing anybody that's cheating. But I don't understand why I keep seeing people say that. Y'all really backing this cheater? Who the hell watched the fight that night thinking, yeah, one of them is definitely Juice? Because I know for sure, watching the fight, nobody was saying that. The day after, when I did the post-fight, people were sitting there saying, oh, well, it's still, Ryan still ain't shit. He's still a C-level fighter. He still looked the same. Then they waited till the Otarine thing came out. Then they try to re-change their story. They try to change the story and say, well, he looked like this. Nah, y'all was saying he looked like the same C-level fighter he always looked like. You get what I'm saying? So nobody's backing him, but none of us knew going into the fight that he was going to pop dirty, or we'd have all been looking at him with a side eye. Rightfully so. So it's like, I hate when people say that. Nobody's backing him because he cheated. Nobody was thinking that when he won the fight. We had to wait for a while, and then that came out that he popped dirty. Nobody was thinking like that. We was thinking it was a fair fight. Nobody was backing a guy. Yeah, Ryan, we know he got Otarine in the system. Yeah, let's go beat Devin. Like, nobody was rooting for him for that. You get what I'm saying? I hate when people do that. Now they thought that Ryan was on some weeks before the fight. No, they didn't. King Turner was good. Let's get back to it, man. It's about another 10 minutes.
Right now. You need to cut down and please let him speak, because I know Ryan and I don't think he doing bad things.
Devin Haney was on ESPN last night, his first public appearance since his fight with Ryan Garcia. A lot of controversies going on. It came out this week that Ryan Garcia tested positive for 2 substances that athletes are not supposed to take. I'm telling you guys, I don't think Ryan took anything on purpose. I don't think he's a cheater. That's from me knowing him personally. We'll have to wait till the dust settles. Even Canelo Alvarez said yesterday, don't jump to conclusions. Wait to see how things unfold.
I know that.
But Devin jumping to a conclusion would be understood because he the one dealing with the situation. And again, he ain't really jumping to no conclusion. He going off of what he's been told. I hate the fact that they're doing that. They're treating it like he woke up one day and just made up the Otarine. He was told it and he reacted off it, as he should for somebody that feels like they got cheated. That's all I'm saying. I hate when they're doing it. I need to stop crying. Man, I'd be crying too if I felt like the reason somebody let hook was landing because they was cheap. You got to think, man, that's a lot to process. You feel like you've been cheated? Yeah, I can understand that response to go on ESPN and say that. That don't mean we all got to do it, but I can understand the fighter that dealt with it, that had to take those punches. Yeah, I can understand them reacting that way. Like the shit happened to him. They acting like it didn't happen. Like it happened. The Otarine is a real thing. It was in there. So that's all Devin Haney, the fighter, is going off. He ain't trying to hear no explanation, no contamination. He like, nah, dude, it was in there. You cheated me. That's why you beat me. So again, that just give him some breathing room when it come to that. Like, as far as the trying to, get a win on his record, that's different. That's wild. The no contest, I think that makes sense if he can't prove his case, if Ryan can't. But I get a man some breathing room. I don't think he bugging for going on ESPN. I don't think he crying for going on ESPN. Bro, the man reacting to somebody having positive multiple failed tests. That's what he reacting off. He had 2 tests at the time of the ESPN to go off that he failed. He like, bro, this dude been cheating me. So just wanted to be fair to the situation. Like, I don't think that's crime, but he entitled to react that way. It's a first loss. It's going to be emotional for him. I don't care what nobody say.
He's been brought into this
for years.
And so that
Victor is a genius when it comes to this shit. He's had track star, he has football players back in the day.
Facts.
He has his own with the SNAC program.
Facts,
and the
Kyle.
same thing
That's
Vada
true.
that he has, he knows these substances. Now, if they're going to use that as a weapon against Ryan got to be careful because he knows the facts. He got the blood. He got everything.
So you think it's possible that he could have been set up in this?
If
fight?
you're dealing with the same individual, yes, definitely. Two of the same situation from one main common denominator, yes. He could have been set up.
Very interesting considering the excessive weight gain of Devin Haney. And here comes the most bizarre piece of evidence of this entire case. Ryan Garcia passed all of his vigorous drug tests leading up to the fight, but then suddenly tested positive for the tests that were taken the day before the fight, which was April the 19th, and the day of the fight, which was April the 20th. However, the test results were not sent out by VADA until May the 1st, which was 11 full days after the fight. As you can see here, Dan Raphael posted the VADA letter he received, and it is dated for May the 1st. Oh, and remember this name, Kim Sumbler. ESPN released a report on their website on May the 1st also through an article posted by Mike Carpenter. No news outlet was aware of this story until May the 1st, 11 days after the fight. So no one knew. Well, no one knew except Devin Haney's brother, Sean Haney. Sean Haney posted a very bizarre video on his social media page on April the 23rd, only 3 days after the fight, stating that Ryan Garcia was going to test positive for a drug test.
Ryan did everything wrong and won, but like I said, no excuses. All glory be to Allah. But something crazy though is I was on the prayer mat today and Allah was just telling me he's going to test positive for his drug test. Keeps going in my brain, and I'm like, no excuses. I mean, everything happens for a reason. He keeps saying he's going to test positive for his drug test. He's going to test positive for his drug test. Yeah, but we'll see what happens. Like I said, all glory be to Allah.
So Devin Haney's brother says repeatedly, Ryan Garcia is going to test positive for a drug test. He's going to test positive for a drug test. No one else finds out until 11 days after the fight, but you somehow find out 3 days after the fight through some type of telepathic intervention. Listen, we are not against the Muslim faith. We respect all of the faiths around the world, but we want to be clear and say, we do not believe him. We don't believe him at all. Yes, he knew Ryan Garcia was going to test positive, but we do not believe it was Allah that told him. Big mistake here. Before we finish, let's acknowledge a few crucial developments. 1, Ryan Garcia has been cleared for one of the banned substances, which was 19-norendrosterone, so that only leaves Otarine to be cleared. This is critical. Number 2, remember the name Kim Sumbler that was on the VADA letter that revealed Ryan Garcia's positive tests? She's the head of the New York State Athletic Commission, and ironically, she just resigned from the organization. She stepped down and resigned in the middle of this very bizarre case. The timing is very interesting. Number 3, Devin Haney and his attorney have written a letter to the New York State Athletic Commission complaining about Ryan Garcia and requesting that Devin Haney be declared the winner of the fight against Ryan Garcia. In this letter, they actually complain about Ryan Garcia being 3 pounds overweight, which is absurd considering Devin Haney's history of excessive weight gain and illegal rehydration tactics. Haney literally violated the rehydration rules in his last fight. Yet now his attorney writes a letter complaining about Ryan Garcia's 3 pounds and also demands to be declared the winner of the fight. This has never been done in boxing. This is completely absurd and hypocritical. Here is the worst part. We know how Devin Haney's brother found out a week early about Garcia's positive tests. We know how Ryan Garcia tested positive in the first place. We know why and how Devin Haney gains excessive amounts of weight after weigh-ins. We know why Victor Conte supports Devin Haney so seriously.
DX22, what up? Man. Real quick, because it's almost over about 6 more minutes. I don't know how everybody took that, but I think his brother's saying that. I think it's certain stuff that you got to keep to yourself. And I think for obvious reasons, like to say that, like I think is bogus, but we're going to keep going. Because it's almost over. Having any close ties, denies having any close ties with Vada. That's what he said. So, but Victor Conte helped put Vada together back in 2011.
I'm going to tell you something that we've never disclosed to anybody before, okay? And what we're working on, we've been working on this, and I'll tell you some of the names because they're already, this has been written about in the boxing magazines.
Okay.
It's Dr. Margaret Hickman. It's Dr. Flip Pomansky. I'm involved. And there's also another very high-profile anti-doping, world-renowned expert involved. We'll reveal who this is shortly, but he is one of the most credible people in the world of anti-doping. Has agreed to be involved. So, and it's called VADA. And VADA, V-A-D-A, stands for Voluntary Anti-Doping Agency. So this is what you're probably reading between the lines here. You know, what have I been talking with Zav about? What have I been talking with Donito about? What have I been talking with Virgil Hunter, the trainer of Andre Ward, about? We've been working on this since September of last year. And we hope to implement in the near future.
And until we get a reasonable explanation from Ryan, the burden of proof is on him to prove there was no intent to cheat. Because otherwise, I don't care if somebody snuck into your room and spiked your toothpaste, you're going to be responsible. The burden is on him.
You're the biggest cheater in the history of the fucking sports world. And now because you can't make a living cheating anymore, you want to flip the other side and start calling people out and pointing fingers? I can't believe anybody even listens to this guy. Anybody even quotes this guy. Victor Conte is a two-faced piece of shit.
Well, have you heard his position on why he
I don't care what his position is. He's a scumbag.
But I'm definitely not on that Ryan Garcia pack because I heard it's laced with PEDs. Yeah, see you on the 22nd.
Like I said, this guy showed his character. He showed that he would do anything to win, including cheat. A guy that would do anything to win.
I've never seen a bigger inside job in my life.
That's 300.
Do your research. It's an inside fucking job. Victor Conte literally helped create VADA. Look it up. And this dude got banned from baseball, but we let him in boxing. What kind of bullshit is that? SNAC is fucking gross. First of all, I remember I did work with them just for a fucking, some payment back in the day. But guess what? I never even took them fucking supplements because I always felt like it was cheating. These motherfuckers are known cheaters. They know how to cheat. They know how to mask. And guess what? They know how to taint shit. Because they just take my greatest victory. But isn't it funny that everybody popped for Otarine? Why is it that everybody popped for Otarine? Come on, man. This is an inside fucking job.
We know how Devin Haney's brother found out a week earlier about Garcia's positive tests. We know how Ryan Garcia tested positive in the first place. We know why and how Devin Haney gains excessive amounts of weight after weigh-ins. We know why Victor Conte supports Devin Haney so seriously. There's information that will be coming directly from the inside of VADA and the inside of Devin Haney's camp, which brings us back to this strange image of Devin Haney. What's so strange about this image is that this video of Devin Haney was recorded 12 days after the fight, and he looks massive. Why is his skull so large? And why is the rest of his body so swollen? In comparison, he seems so swelled up at a much greater rate than Ryan Garcia only 12 days after the fight. So now we've laid the groundwork so that you can see the big picture of what's going on. We actually don't want to release the details because the information that we have can be very bad for several people if the details are released. However, If this deceptive plan continues, we will have to release the details because we're just tired of it. We will watch to see how this all plays out, and then we will make our decision. Is Devin Haney really the face of boxing? Is he really the best fighter in the world? Is he really better than Floyd Mayweather? Or is he a boxer that is a part of one of the biggest fraudulent pushes in modern boxing history?
Shit,
You
damn,
be the judge.
That was harsh. That was harsh. That was pretty harsh. This damn, bro. That was pretty harsh. That was pretty harsh. Ah, man. Man, well, look, salute to the Exodus Files. Great work, by the way. Great work. I'm not big on agreeing and disagreeing. I just like to hear people out. That was a hell of a laid out perspective, very detailed, had a lot of clips and receipts and different things like that, making a case. I mean, cool. It's all good when it's said and done, man. It was just good work. But my overall thoughts on it, you know, he closed with some questions. You know, is he the face of boxing, or is he, you know, just part of, you know, one of the biggest fraudulent modern day pushes? I wouldn't go that far to say that. I just think, you know, the dude is tremendously talented. He always been. He's gotten better through the years. You know, there's some things that they hit on. They made a big case about the weight, him being privy, like a big, you know, having an advantage with the weight. I serve 88. What's good with it, JBT family? How you feeling, bro? Big salute to everybody in the building. Big Dre, my guy. Yeah, it's definitely an eye opener. They opened a lot of eyes, man. Listen, a lot of that stuff I was privy to, but I like the way they executed. Just good work is good work. That don't mean Just Do is echoing all of their same thoughts. That don't mean I'm sitting there talking about, his head is growing and his head is getting bigger. I see the same things people are saying, but like I said before, I can't put a jacket on him, right? I understand that the weight he blowing up is shocking to quite a number of people, boxers included, right? Keith Thurman was one of the guys that suggested, like, damn, what is he doing? Liquid IVs. So I get it. The weight. Now, I will acknowledge, yeah, he's probably been, you know, the beneficiary of being a bigger guy, outweighing his opponents and things like that. But however, you know, I've never been big on the term weight bully too much, right? I believe if you make the weight, you make the weight. But I do understand the concern, and I am kind of against guys making weight classes and then blowing up 25, 30 pounds bigger than what you weigh in. And I think that's a bit wild, because I think that eliminates the fact that we have weight classes for a reason, right? You can't say we have weight classes for a reason, and then a guy that's weighing in at 140 is almost pretty much a super middleweight on fight night. That's crazy. So people are against rehydration clauses, talking about they're weakening fighters and they're draining them, but it wouldn't drain you if you was fighting closer to your walk around weight. You get what I'm saying? So it's just however you see it, whatever your preference is. Everybody's entitled to see it different. For me, I'm not a fan of a guy blowing up 25, 30 pounds. That's no one fighter in particular. I just think that eliminates the whole notion that it's weight classes for a reason that people are doing that. You're nowhere near the weight class if you're doing stuff like that. 25, 30 pounds overnight is wild. So I don't know. I think that's crazy. And I don't believe in all this drain stuff, because I think that's indirectly telling me, if you're saying you're drained, then you're telling me you need to go up a weight class and you won't be drained. You get what I'm saying? So salute to my brother Mike Kirkland back in the super chat, man. He said thanks because I had seen the clip. Appreciate you as always. You know, we on it. We going to watch it together, man. That was good work again. Salute to the Exodus Files, man. They hit a lot of different things, made their case. I get it.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well,
Right.
well. I already been getting these bet, but now it's time for you to get your just do.
I get it, man. He made a good point, but it's all good. You know, he got that Pac-Man head. Yeah, he said his head getting bigger. That's what he suggested. I'm like, hey, look, I'm not here to try to go that route, because I'm not into putting jackets. I'm very consistent. Just like with anybody else, I wouldn't put it on Ryan. He obviously got caught up with his situation, so now it's a different look, right? Now he got to fight, clear his name, and that's going to be a hell of a fight for him. So we're going to see how that all unfolds, but I'm not about to put the jacket on him. Yeah, he's benefited from weight advantages and stuff like that. The fact that he's taller or longer and reach, that's just boxing for you, right? But I get it, the weight, but I just never felt like he's the kind of guy that won his fights with weight, right? I always felt like Devin Haney won his fights with skills. I don't care where you want to rate his skills. You want to say he elite, he not elite, he this level, that have at it. I'm not even here to argue that. I just think the dude is very consistent, very good, sharp fighter, smart fighter, disciplined. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely in the ring in terms of sticking to the game plan. Always, you know, pretty much staying in shape. Now, he get big and, you know, in between camps, but I wouldn't say he's a guy that gets out of shape. You know what I'm saying? Now, you might pick up some weight, but I don't think he's a guy sitting around getting out of shape, right? So he's fairly disciplined in that regard, right? Despite taking a loss to Ryan Garcia, right? It changes things, but it don't really change my overall look on him. I still think he's a hell of a fighter. I do believe in game plan, strategy, preparation. Those things play the factor. I still feel like he's the more skillful guy. He has more tools. At least he's shown it, right? But he didn't show it in that fight, right? But I still believe in him as a fighter, still believe in him as a talent. Like I said, I think he's won the majority of his fights with the set of skills that he has now. Weight, I will say, maybe him being a bigger guy, maybe has benefited him to a degree, right? But I don't think that's the end-all, be-all. I think that's a factor, right? Obviously, he wouldn't keep doing it if it wasn't beneficial to him in some way, shape, or form, right? That's just acknowledging that. But let's not act like this kid can't fight. Let's not act like the way some people make it seem. They make it seem like the weight will win you fights more so than the skills do. No, he has to have the skills to win these fights. Like, I believe weight benefited in beating Loma, right? He was able to walk him down, be a little more physical with him, right? But when it's all said and done, if you just look at the totality of the fight, his skills bailed him out of that. Like, he really had to fight. He had to fight Loma. Like, some people still say he lost. I'm not here to argue that either. I'm not big on arguing boxing. We can build all day, but I ain't big on arguing. Some say he lost all day long, right? But still in all, you have to, and that's just if you being a real one. You ain't gotta be love him. He ain't gotta be your favorite fighter, but you gotta acknowledge that man can fight. No run-of-the-mill fighters is beating Devin Haney. Them ex-champion type guys that get their ass beat by Devin Haney, like, takes I think a unique set of skills. I think obviously that Ryan had. I think him having Derek James made him prepared to execute. I think that him being a more physically imposing guy, faster and stronger, I think all played in his to his benefit, and that's why he was able to win the way he was. You get what I'm saying? There's still a lot of guys that Devin Haney will beat flat out. There's a lot of guys that he'll beat, but after seeing this fight, after seeing things played out, after seeing some of the deficiencies brought to the forefront, it's a different conversation to have, right? In terms of how you stack up with the absolute top tier of 140. But let's not make no mistake about it. Those rest of them, it's a shit ton of guys that he's still better than. I just want to be clear because I'm all about giving people they just do. So great work by the Exodus Files. Like I said, I'm not big on agreeing or disagreeing. I just give credit where it's due. I had my own assessment, my thought process on Devin Haney, his career. Like I said, yeah, weight has been a factor. You can't ignore that when it's just a fact, right? But again, that man got to get in there and fight, and he flat out can. He ain't got to be your favorite fighter. He ain't got to have the best this, the best that. But that dude can do it. He can do a number of things in there well, and he can do them consistently and at a high level. That makes him tough to deal with. Ain't no just anybody running up in there and beating him. Just like I feel about anybody. Don't mistake, Ryan did that. Everybody's not going to do that to him. You know what I'm saying? So I don't let the one loss, distract me from the fact that dude is still a talented fighter, could fight his ass off. It's just about, I think what happened, in my honest opinion, I think he went to the well one too many times. When I say went to the well one too many times, I think him naturally just being who he is, him being bigger than those guys, you continue to fight at a weight class, I think, longer than you should have. I think you should have been kind of moved up. You get what I'm saying? You went to the well one too many times. I think you become comfortable being the bigger guy. And I think at some point in your career, it would have suited you well to fight, bigger guys, or guys more comparable to your size leading up to a Ryan Garcia fight. You get what I'm saying? Some people would say, well, he could have beat Ryan on any. You see what happened. So I think if he would have like worked his way up and fought some of these bigger guys that we was expecting, you know, to see him in there with, guys more comparable to his size, I think he prepares himself a lot differently for this moment. You get what I'm saying? But that's just me. So again, man, I think he can bounce back. It's all up to him. It's all up to him. I still think he's a hell of a fighter. I think it's a shit ton of guys in boxing that he will flat out beat. And no, like I said, no run-of-the-mill guys is just gonna run up in there and beat Devin Haney. You know what I mean? It's time for people, like I said before, and I'm gonna keep saying that Ryan Garcia was better. I don't know what grade. I'll let y'all argue that, but he was better than what people was saying he was. He was more than a TikToker. He was more than a YouTuber. You know what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? What else they were saying? He's just an actor. He don't really box. Well, it's time for people. He trash. It's time for you to at least say, yeah, nah, he's a real fighter, a legit fighter. Because to still say he's all of that and he just beat Devin Haney, what does that say about him? It's time to get people that manage just do here a little bit better than what people think. That's all too. Salute to my bro Catterall in that super chat. Appreciate you, fam. He said Devin looks near dead at weigh-ins to the point where he only has the ceremonial weigh-ins now. Yup, he needs the height and weight and reach advantage to win. Now I understand that, and that's why I could point it out. Right, I can't be a fool and ignore it, Akello. Those are advantages, and he has become accustomed, I think, to being comfortable having those advantages. And I think, you know, it's important to challenge yourself accordingly as you're going through the ranks, as you know, chasing these titles and doing these different things, because what happens is most of these guys that you fight are smaller than you. Now you get in there with somebody that's bigger than you, faster, stronger. It's a lot of advantages that you usually have that you stripped of all on one night. And then as you seen, you add preparation and game plan and then execution along with having a better corner in the mix, and you got yourself an upset. You get what I'm saying? But I think if you would have gradually tested yourself with guys that, you know, where you didn't always have the size advantage over, I think you would have been more prepared for the moment. That's just my opinion of it. That's it. That's all. Or simply him approaching his fight like he is dangerous, like he is a real fighter. Like even if he only got a left hook, it's a very dangerous left hook that I can't let him get hit with. It's, again, mentality, approach probably could have changed some things as well, but we'll never know. You know what I'm saying? We never know. Never know, man.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well,
right.
well. I already been getting these bet, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
And real quick, I got these two clips from this bodybuilder that spoke up briefly about this situation. I'm gonna just run them off to y'all while I got them before I forget. Y'all make sure y'all smash the like button, sub to the channel. We ain't done yet. We gonna keep rocking. But here's this bodybuilder. I think his name was Nicholas.
I've been using performance enhancement drugs for 20 plus years. Nobody that has any clue what they're doing takes Otarine by itself for a boxing match. Guys, it suppresses your testosterone. It down regulates. It makes you worse. Doesn't make you better. So even if there is trace amounts of Otarine in this kid's sample, it actually made him a worse fighter. So actually, it's even more devastating that Haney got knocked out by Ryan Garcia on Otarine, because it actually made him more of a bitch, not more of a man.
So you heard what he said, what Otarine did. And that's a bodybuilder. Y'all check out Nicholas. Is bodybuilding BS is his IG name. Got about 150,000 followers. Like he just somebody that I came across that's speaking on a situation. He said he used performance enhancement. He got a bunch of videos, you know, telling people how to use, you know, different stuff. If you're into that type of stuff, to each his own. You know, I'm a skinny guy. Ain't no way in hell I don't need no advice on no Otarine and none of that other stuff, because it ain't my cup of tea. But he gave insight. He said that actually makes stuff worse. Nobody in their right mind takes Otarine by itself to try to bulk up on. Again, that's his opinion on it based on his experience. And he said he used it for, 20 years or whatever the case. So that's his opinion. I can't say his word is law, but I thought it was just some good insight to add to the conversation. You know what I'm saying? Ace, what it do, family? He definitely need to move up. Dante Boxing Talk. What's good, family? Not too old. Good chance to beat him. Yeah, got no better since the amateurs. Y'all was the saying, y'all, that too. That type of thinking, that's underestimating somebody. That's taking somebody lightly. That's not taking them as serious. Verse Havoc was good with it. Teach was good with it. And that's what he said. So he said he used it for. I'm gonna play it again real quick, and then I got one more clip from him.
I've been using performance enhancement drugs for 20 plus years. Nobody that has any clue what they're doing takes Otarine by itself for a boxing match. Guys, it suppresses your testosterone. It down regulates. It makes you worse. Doesn't make you better. So even if there is trace amounts of Otarine in this kid's sample, it actually made him a worse fighter. So actually, it's even more devastating that Haney got knocked out by Ryan Garcia on Otarine, because it actually made him more of a bitch, not more of a man.
And he's saying Haney is not more of a B. He's saying the Otarine would have made Ryan Garcia more of a B than a man. You know what I'm saying? Here go another clip from him.
The thing is, I'm well aware of who gets popped for what drugs. I pay very close attention to everything in every sport, especially the drug part, because I love the drug part. But the thing you guys don't understand is the manufacturing side of things. So all the time, there's legit manufacturers creating over-the-counter supplements during the day. At nighttime, when the lights go out, they sell their manufacturing space to underground labs like SARM companies, like pro-hormone companies, to use their machinery to create the products they want. They run the belts after hours. You understand how this works? And this is how tainted supplements happen all the time in regular supplementation that you take, like Ryan is claiming happened. That's what you guys don't understand, because you don't understand the supplement business. It's a dirty, grimy fucking business. And what goes on after hours, that's what you guys don't know much about. And that's why there's so many people popping for supplements like Otarine and other SARMs, because it's in the vats. It's in the same tanks that they mix protein powders and health supplements in. And if they don't clean those vats well, what do you think is going to happen? You're going to have very, very small trace amounts of different drugs that are supposedly illegal to use in boxing. Think about that one.
Now, look, I'm not passing what he's saying as law. He got obviously way more experience in that field than I do. He got a big following. That's why I mentioned it. So I don't think he's taking a side per se. I don't think he got a dog in the race. I think he just had an insight. I don't know about y'all, but I'm a person. I don't have all the answers. So when I don't, I seek information, different information. And this is obviously a guy that got a number of different videos explaining this stuff. And I found that to be a little insightful, because I've heard that before. This is the second time I've heard it. I ain't heard nobody quite explain it in detail the way he just did about the vax and them using the same machinery and things like that. And that's what's leading to contamination. But I also heard another video where somebody explained how contamination happens as well. And I'm not saying that for sure that would explain the small amount that was in his system or whatever, but it could be a possibility is all I'm saying. And when you don't have all the answers, you can't just rule out stuff. You get what I'm saying? So I can't say what he's saying is law, but it's good insight nonetheless. I mean, he got what he say over 20 years of experience dealing with performance enhancements. Usually people don't even come out and talk like that. He's open and honest. Yo, he use it. That's what he into. He a bodybuilder. He just gave some good insight. So I thought that was good insight for anybody that wanted to hear that. Salute to my bro, Kello. Appreciate you. Yeah, it sounds like just good insight. When you don't have all the answers, like people will come in and because they think his information sides with somebody and he really just telling you his truth, his version of his truth, they'll dismiss it. But in reality, he's saying some good stuff that you just need to take heed to. And that's for all boxers. Like situations are like this are meant to be learned from. It's a lot of people that can learn from what just happened with Ryan Garcia in terms of people who's taking supplements. If in fact this is proven to be contamination, that information that he just dropped would be helpful. You know what I'm saying? Be careful, man. Be careful, man, because everything ain't good. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what the labels say at the end of the day. You got to do your due diligence, man, and check, make sure them supplements that you put in your body is on the up and up. Guy's a 25-year pro PED user. I think he's an expert. he damn sure more of an expert than me, and I have no problem saying it, Dante. You get what I'm saying? So I don't think he had a dog in the race. I just think he was speaking you know, from an honest place, a genuine place. Devin's gonna drop his belt. You should take some time off. Well, remember, Kello, remember, Eddie Hearn said he was for sure that he was gonna vacate his belt. Remember, a while back, because of the Sandor Martin fight, saying who gonna want to pay for it. Almost pretty much saying I'm not paying for that fight, so who gonna pay for the fight? You know what I'm saying? So it's a possibility, Kello. It's a possibility, but then he did come out and say he ain't vacating nothing. So maybe he keeps it and goes and fights Sandor and gets him out the way. Spike Gatorade the day before the weigh-in. Val Henderson, what it do, Fat Val? How you feeling, bro? Shakur Bright Light Stevenson, your favorite fighter trembling. Salute to Val. Teach was good with it. Look, all the boxers who popped dirty. No one defended him as much as they're doing Ryan right now. Yeah, I don't think this was defended Ryan, though. I think this was just giving insight about Otarine a little bit and contamination, right? I look at it as it's information. It might sound like it backs Ryan Garcia, so you might think that he came out and, you know, made a case for Ryan, but I don't think that's the case. At least I didn't interpret it that way, because I've heard somebody else speak about the contamination side. And again, if I don't know how everybody processes information, right? For me, if I'm hearing that he had trace amounts and small amounts, and I'm hearing a guy give insight as to how that happens, and then this will be the second or third time that I heard somebody explain how things get contaminated, these supplements. You get what I'm saying? I kind of start doing a little bit of math. I'm like, oh, all right. I don't feel like he's making a case for Ryan being clean as much as he's making a case for how supplements are tainted, if that makes sense to you. You get what I'm saying? I think that's what he's doing. I hear more of that than him trying to say Ryan is clean. But he like, yo, y'all, Otarine ain't it. He's just giving you some insight. He like, bro, don't nobody take that shit by itself. Now, I can't say all of that because I ain't into none of it, but he would know better than me with over 20 years of experience. So I will just take heed to it. That don't mean his word is law. That don't mean everything he said, we got to go off of that now. But it's just, it adds to the conversation when we talking about a topic where a lot of us don't know. So, I mean, that was good insight about them, how dirty it is and how they sell their machinery pretty much to, you know, people that's pumping these illegal substances and not properly cleaning, you know, vats and machinery, and then that's how, you know, stuff is getting tainted. I think it's good insight, because I don't think with 150,000 plus followers, I don't think you'll sit up there and lie. You get what I'm saying? I don't think he just sitting up there trying to go to bat for Ryan. Nowhere on his page is there any type of post about the fight or Ryan Garcia where he like Ryan's gonna win. None of that. I thought he just gave some decent insight. That's all. Said Eddie said that Devin is going to fight Sandor just recently. I believe loss changed the trajectory of his career. Just think it's too early to come back this year for Dev. Yeah, that's why I said something. Somebody did suggest that he might take some time off for the rest of the year. He might not see him back the rest of this year. That too, Lenovo. That too. Facts. That too. Exactly. And a lot of that stuff do be coming from contamination. So that's all he was saying, I think. I don't think he was trying to say for sure that Ryan is good and he didn't do this or do that. But it makes sense when you think about it. You know what I'm saying? When you think about it, it makes some sense. Somebody some reefer and then your lip get numb. He said that's that duck butter. Yeah, because that ain't never happened to me. Well, that ain't never happened to me, bro. Oh, man. Y'all smash the like button, sub to the channel. Turn your notifications on. Let's keep rocking. We ain't done yet. Man, we just got through that documentary. Like I said, it was good work, good insight. You know, I still got my overall takes on things. I think, you know, challenging yourself accordingly through the ranks is always necessary. Different styles, different size opponents, you know what I mean? Different stances, all that stuff is necessary for the growth of the fighter. And when you don't do that, you'll find yourself, you'll run into a wall sometimes. You know what I'm saying? You'll run into a wall. King Turner said, where to send the clip? What clip you talking about? ESPN gonna lead the purse bid, the pro box, so you can fight on Wednesday night for pocket change. You stupid, big Dre. Yeah, Cecil, what it do, family? How you feeling? Ryan in the process of making his case that the supplements he took was contaminated. All Devin fans jumping the gun. They're not letting the process play out. They ain't taking a loss. Well, yeah, it's an emotional loss, Cam. You know what I'm saying? I get it. Yo, that's the thing, man. That's why I say when people come here and they get frustrated, You're not even listening to me, because I guarantee you nobody gonna be as fair as me. I can guarantee you that. Nobody. People will be making it, oh yeah, man, it ain't looking good with that. They'll be going in on him. I'm still gonna give him his just due. In his darkest hour, Just Do is gonna give Devin Haney his just due and his credit. In his darkest hour. I ain't here to shit on him. I don't care what was said in that documentary. Great work, but my thoughts still remain the same, man. That man's still a hell of a fighter. I don't believe weight factored in his wins as much as his skills do. That's for me. That's maybe I'm by myself with that, but I feel like his skills got him to win more than weight. That's all. Yeah, weight could have played a factor. I won't deny it, but I feel like his skills played more of a factor. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like in this fight, that shit didn't shape out that way. You know what I mean? Real deal said what Devin brother says. Wow, yeah, it is. It is. Oh, yeah. No, they got to. On both sides, Cam, just so I'm being clear, on both sides, accountability got to be taken, right? I need to hear, or I would like to hear Ryan Garcia come out and take accountability for whatever supplements that he feel like he put in his system could have been tainted, and just rock with that. You get what I'm saying? Be like, look, man, you know, I'm still responsible, but I didn't knowingly do this. All that I don't care stuff and carrying it like, you know, you bigger than boxing and it don't matter. That's crazy. Devin Haney. Yeah, he had Otarine in his system. That was proven with the positive test, right? Yeah, you could attribute, you know, the loss or you being overmatched and him being that much better to Otarine, but you still have to have a real conversation with yourself and say, yo, it was some mistakes that I made in there. Preparation, approach-wise, game plan, strategy, all that stuff. It's some mistakes being made, right? So he got to take accountability as to why he lost. It's not just Otarine. It's some mistakes that was made on your behalf as well. Ryan Garcia, you got to take accountability for the fact that Otarine was in your system, whether you did it knowingly or not. You dig what I'm saying? Knowingly or not. So Ryan said maybe Haney changed his pillow fist to get some power if you get TMT. Did he? Had to come back and get my just do. Sorry, bro. Oh, were you going at first? Yeah. Always. You gotta stay tuned. I'm telling you, the chat will vouch for me. Creole the Travel was good. I'm one of the more fair people up here. My assessment is always gonna be down the middle. This ain't a shit on Devin Haney documentary. Let's party. Let's point out all the bad stuff he said and like, you know, nah, we ain't doing that. You see, I try to play it and ain't try to stop it too much. We always able to hear it. It's a lot of the stuff that we already know, but he put it in, you know, he made a good case. I feel him. Salute to him. More power to him. Hope he keep putting out good work. You know what I'm saying? But my thoughts still going to be the same. That's still a hell of a fighter. He will be back. He showed a lot of mental toughness. I don't think he being a baby by going on ESPN. I don't think I can't say if he handling it bad, right? I can expect him not to sit on his hands while he feel like he's been cheated. So everything that he can do in his power, he should be doing. That's his responsibility to make sure that he does everything in his power to make sure this situation is right. You know what I'm saying? That's it. That's all. I don't hear nobody saying that. They just keep saying he just need to take this loss and move on. No, he don't. He need to make sure that this situation is squared away before he can move on, or he won't be able to move on, y'all. So for the people that's saying that, give that man a chance to at least get the situation completely squared away. Then you tell him to move on. After they come to a conclusion and the situation is what it is, then people can say that. But up until then, he gotta fight still. He can't just say, you know what, never mind. I don't really care. That's why he shouldn't be saying he don't care if he was dirty or not. You care because you wouldn't be fighting, and you should be fighting because it's your career on the line. Yes. Shit. I would think more than enough. I can understand taking a loss hard, but I can understand trying to rush to determine the process. Though, yeah, you setting up a lose-lose situation that way. The next fighter that pop innocent is effed. It's screwed for sure, Cal. And again, I'll say this: that might not be the right approach, right? Jump into any type of conclusions, but I think it's an understandable one because of the situation at hand. And I could imagine the amount of emotion that comes into a fighter taking a first loss, especially under these circumstances. And then you add in the mix that you think you've been cheated. So that's why I give him some benefit of the doubt, some breathing room. Like, I get it. You know what I mean? Your reaction, I understand it. Dodge J, what it do, fam? Appreciate you, Miss Joe. I said it was a plan. After Devin lost, my proof was when his brother told on him. Man, listen, Miss Joette, that's a great point. Like, a lot of people can't ignore that. Some people feel like they dropped the ball when he spoke about that, because it's tough. Like, when all else fails, to say that, yeah, you can say it, put it on religion, and just like people can't really question it, right? But it's tough. Like, out of all the things, he gonna tell you that he not gonna tell Devin. Devin is praying every much as you. He gonna tell you, not him. And he gonna tell you about a PD test, not the left hook, not who was gonna win, none of that. Like, it's, you know, it is what it is. For Devin, only time will tell. We'll see how he does against guys the size with equal reach when he doesn't have the major weight advantage. I think the L's are about to pile up. I think the fights get tough, Cash, for sure, Cash. I think the fights get tough, Brody. The question is, Ryan will ever volunteer provider again? If he don't, they will say he cheating. He gonna have to do some type of drug testing, no real deal. You gotta listen to his context, just giving insight on Otarine, but you're also saying Otarine is not an issue, even if it's a banned substance. Yeah, but see, we never mind that, though, Teach, because we know it's an issue just because it's on the banned list. You know what I'm saying? So when he say all of that, like, I hear that, but I never mind that part, because it's a banned substance. So even if it did nothing, it obviously did something, because it's still banned. So the fact that it's banned, you can't just completely dismiss it. But I think he was a little dismissive because he's a bodybuilder, and he's saying for you to really get effects out of it, you don't use it by yourself. Anybody knows that. So it's a lot that you're saying, but I get you. Fair point, man. That's why I say it's always a discussion, man. You're not going to hear me tell you you're not making sense. That's why I play it so everybody can hear it. We all going to hear different things, different stuff going to stick with us. And you're going to have a different perspective, man. It's all good. Just saying the video, the Devin brother just gonna sit right and we real talk. Nah, it's a little bit. I ain't gonna lie. God forbid that ever pop, just based on how they pushing. Oh yeah, for sure. Oh yeah, you gotta be clean for sure. You gotta make sure you will never fall, under any circumstances. Would you be dirty? Like, yeah, for sure. The way they've been pushing it and carrying it, because you gotta think his pops is asking for Ryan to get a lifetime ban and all this stuff. And the only reason why that I get it to a certain degree, because they still coming from the standpoint it was in your system, period. So you cheated, right? They don't care about intent. They just care that it was there. And I can understand that. But for the benefit of the entirety of the situation, you got to look at it and you got to wait till it comes to a conclusion. Whereas at least he gets to prove if it was intent or not behind it. So we gonna see, man. I hope his people fighting, and on top of it, I really do, for the sake of him and boxing. Because if he didn't do it, the last thing I want to do is see him get blamed. If he did do it, the last thing I wanted to see him do is get away with it. You get what I'm saying? Big Dre say he should get on the scale today and figure out the weight class he should be in. Good point. Good point, man. We need to figure out, TNT me. Salute to my baby girl, the queen, Miss JusDueBoxing. Real have said, Allah don't speak to people by the Muslim faith itself. So either the fake Muslims or he was lying. They don't care that Alicia was positive and cleared herself with hair follicle. Why can't Ryan? Hey man, bro, came right in. Great point. Just a great point. Yeah, I listen. I feel you. I said the same thing. He being too direct with what somebody told you, and I just feel like that was almost you dropping the ball. You was almost telling, well, other fighter has been banned for life, right? Yeah, right. That's what I'm saying. And especially without the situation being proven. You know what I'm saying? Ashley's corner, what it do, Cuzzo? How you feeling? Mr. Holden, what's good with it? I got banned, bro. I just think it's his time. He young. It's the right time for him. He constantly growing, getting better. Each fight he makes improvements or he impresses you with the performance. I think Bam Rodriguez takes this one. The question is, would he be able to get a stoppage? I think he'll get him on points though, more than likely. Haney as acting like Otarine is a damn sensu being. I mean, look. I looked up some stuff. I can't say it don't have no benefits. I'm not versed enough in that field to say if it does or don't. But I heard a number of things, and I feel like you just gotta know more. Like, it's simply put. I hear this. They say you have to be cycling on it enough, a certain amount of time to be getting the benefits. So I don't know if he was tapering down or masking or whatever they was trying to say all the way up until then. He just popped. I don't know. But people that use the drug are saying for you to really receive benefits, you have to be cycling on it for a certain amount of time. And if you look at the amount of time that he essentially started his training camp, what was it, like 5 weeks when he said he about to take things serious? That's not enough time. They said you need at least, I think, 7 to 8 weeks or something like that. So just make it at what you will. I'm not here to argue about it, but it's a lot of information. It's a lot of variables and different things. The way I look at it at the end of the day is, before this test came out, people was telling me Ryan Garcia still looked like a C-level fighter. He's still trash. He still looked like shit. What I'm saying is he don't look like a guy that was any better than he was in any of his other fights at all. He don't look like he was punching harder than me. I can't measure it. I'm not getting punched by him, but we all knew he had a real punch. If you're getting a full brunt of his punches, of course he could drop you and knock you down. We all knew he was fast. Did he look faster than he normally is? I can't measure his speed, of course, not with my eye, but what my eye is telling me is he looked like the same guy. In fact, that was the worst condition fight that I think he's ever fought. I've never seen him gas in none of his fights by the 4th round. Never seen him have to fight in spurts that much in none of his fights. We just seen him fight Duarte at a catch weight. Same catch weight. 140, what was it, 143? Catch weight. He didn't look like that. So I just thought that was, condition-wise, that was the worst I've seen him. So I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. He just don't look like a guy that was, received too many benefits of, William Old School, my brother, what it do, family? I know what I'm saying? He just, I can't say what he received, what benefits he received, right? I'll say he just didn't look like a different fighter than me from looking at it. Jay Allen, what's good with it, family? How you feeling? That's all I can say. From the eyes, I don't think he looked like a different fighter. I wonder when the results for supplement testing will be revealed. Yeah, that's what I want to know too. They may not reveal it until he has a hearing with inside. Yeah, man. I just want to know, because that's gonna be telling, Aisha. That's where we gonna get the answers. You know what I mean? You said that was funny. Steroid experts said Otarine actually decreases your testosterone, so maybe they tried to Americano. He said it. You know what I'm saying? He did say it. He did say it, exactly. I agree. Ryan made a lot of mistakes, just like he always does, but he beat Devin. That's it. Yeah. It was more than Otarine to it. John, what it do, family? So it was actually 17 days because he had a clean body test on 4-2, the Otarine cycle. Benefits is 6 weeks. Yeah. So I just don't think I don't know if we had enough time. You know what I'm saying? But whatever, you know what I mean? I'm not about to speculate. That's all speculation. At the end of the day, we know he got to prove it. And that's all I care about. And I think he got the resources to either prove or don't prove it. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. And look fast. Devin was just standing there, and we were saying Devin was a circle for a left hand, bending over to the right, Carl Brown. Bending over to his right is Ryan Garcia's left. That would be any southpaw's left hand. We always said that would be detrimental. I just didn't think it would catch up to him in this fight. But I've always said that was a problem for him in his career doing that. So he got in there with somebody that was able to take advantage of it, and he paid for it. But good thing about fights like that, you can learn from them, and you can address the mistakes that you made, correct them, fix them, get better, sharpen up, and get back to it. And that's why I believe he's gonna have to do that. Nanograms amount was just a tiny fraction of what he really had in his system from attempting to lose weight. That's what was unintentionally in his fat cells. Otarine targets muscles and bones. Salute to Lenovo. I feel you, fam. I feel you. And that's why I say, like, when I read up on it briefly and I seen some of the benefits of Otarine, and you looked at him, it's like it's supposed to help you cut the weight but retain muscle. He came in overweight, so that just blows that. Get what I'm saying? It's supposed to help, I believe, with endurance. This dude was fighting in spurts and arguably gassed by the 4th round. So that shoots that down. And you get what I'm saying? Like, he just didn't look like a renewed fighter by any stretch. And plus that Ryan money punch. Yeah, I'm telling you, that's his money punch, bro. Now, I mean, and he blinded him with the first one. He completely didn't see it. So that had nothing to do with nothing other than you just not being prepared. Cornelius said, why ain't fans act as though Ryan pulled a counter there? That's what they feel like right now because it was in the system. So they just like, bro, man, he cheated. Thanks for sure. Devin Haney definitely took that beating like a true champ. Hell yeah. Man, just like he did in that sparring clip, man. He ain't had no quit in him. Bro don't got no quit in him. When he said I never quit. Hey, I believe, because he ain't quitting. Bro, you gonna have to stop him. He ain't going, you know what I mean? He ain't going without no fight. Or said what happened to Tyson. I seen something talking about he being rushed to the hospital, something with some type of injury he sustained, and already Ryan Garcia talking about he'd fill in for him. I didn't read exactly what happened to him though. Alicia had way more to PD she tested for. Oh yeah, for sure. Nah, for sure. Rev. For sure though. For sure. That's why I say double standards, man. Selective outrage, bro. You know how it be. You know how that go. You know how that goes. Ironic that that's somebody that they align with right now, right? It's somebody that they align with, and this situation happened, but they trying to ignore it like it never happened. So they're not giving. Put it this way, they're not giving Ryan the same benefit of the doubt that they gave Alicia. That's all I'm saying. And maybe because that was their opponent, right? So I get it. And Alicia is somebody to rock with, but if you just being fair, fair is fair, real is real, right? So. We need to figure out what TNT me. I don't know what context did he use or what clip is it? John BX, what's good with it, fam? He said, I think we get confirmation that size was key to Dev's career. When he fights another fighter like Ryan, he doesn't have the size advantage. Had advantage. Yeah, man. I mean, look, it definitely plays a factor, John. You just can't ignore it, right? I'm trying to be fair to him and saying, like, I understand that was a factor in fights, right? But I also got to say his skills, I think, were more of the factor in the fights. But I get you for sure. Salute to my guy, John B.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well,
Right.
well, I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Oh, my salute to my guy, LWBoxing too, man. He just sent me some. Terence Crawford is named WBC welterweight champion in recess. Okay. WBC Board of Governors have voted in favor to accept our proud WBC welterweight champion Terence Crawford to be placed as champion in recess in the welterweight division. No surprise there, though. Terence Crawford conquered the WBC welterweight championship. Okay. Okay, so yeah, champion in recess for Mr. Crawford, y'all. Champion in recess. Where is it at, King Turner? Where is the clip at? And I'll go find it. Where is it at? If I can't find it, then we'll figure it out. But where the clip at? And I'll try to find it for you. But y'all smash the like button. We ain't done. We gonna keep rocking. So yeah, Terence, salute to LWBoxing. That's my guy, man. Terence Crawford is named WBC welterweight champion in recess, man. Okay. Good money, good money, good money. That's good money. What, boy, it ain't going back down. Yeah, again for me, Cash, it just frees up the belt. It just frees up the belt. You know what I'm saying? Which is good. Like, so yeah, the recess part, I don't get it either, but you know, at least it frees up that belt. You know what I'm saying? So we all know that more than likely he's gonna stay up. Yeah, and he gonna make a decision on which decision he's gonna campaign in. So I think once he do that, you get what I'm saying? He gonna completely cut ties with it. It was more to the article. I read up a little bit more. So he gonna inform them which division he gonna campaign in, and then from there they're gonna go. Salute to my bro Ann McQueen. How you feeling, Professor? But wait, there's more. How you know it? Ryan popping for a minimum amount of the weakest BD is also a bad look still. It is, because it's like if you intentionally did that, you stupid in any way, shape, or form. Like out of all the things to try, right? And the timing of it, just to do that in your career, period, right? You know what I mean? Especially with a guy that you said you was gonna beat, pillow-fisted. It's a lot. You could cook Ryan for this. So I just can't wait till the end results come out. And then we can all proceed accordingly, man, because the truth gonna come out. Truth will come out. The truth will come out, y'all. It's gonna come out, man. It got to. But somebody was asking something about the belts and what Crawford was gonna be fighting for. Remember, I told you I had a short clip, so I'm gonna play it.
Potentially 2 belts on the line. You know, if Fundora don't fight me, after this, I'm WBO and WBA champion. If he do fight me, then that's 3 belts on the line. There's only one more to capture. So, you know, potentially 3 fights, you know, that's undisputed.
2-3 fights that's undisputed is what he was saying. So remember, I told y'all we had to build a little bit on Crawford. I see he is in the title. Somebody asked about the belt, so he said that's gonna be for pretty much two belts. You know what I'm saying? So he thinking undisputed again in his 3rd weight class, and I'm saying the hell with Sean Porter. The way Sean Porter had that funny meme. I swear, dude, Trey, he had that meme mug though, like he having some flashbacks of fighting him. Like, if I'd have just did this and now I could have got him. Sean Porter sitting there looking like I could have got him. Mike Tyson had a medical scare out of the plane. Oh, Zip really think they should cancel the fight with him and Paul? Oh, you say you really think they should? Damn, I'm gonna look more into it. Appreciate you, Aisha. Damn, he had a medical scare. Damn. But yeah, man, uses urine and no blood and not hair. Look into it. I'll get you what you talking about for the hair sample in Lenovo. But yeah, I mean, look, that's his case that they could try to present, right, with the hair sample. That's all they could do is try to make a case for him, right, and clear his name any way they could. So I think that's just an attempt to do so, just to try to clear his name. I mean, yeah, that stare dodge day, he was looking like, man, I could have had him, man. If I'd have just been a little bit more focused, if I'd have just ran a couple more miles, I could have got him. Sean Porter, Ted Crawford, Bud Crawford explained this story. He ain't even thinking about
potentially
it.
2 belts on the line. You know, if Fundora don't fight me after this, I'm WBO and WBA champion. If he do fight me, then that's 3 belts on the line. There's only one more to capture. So, you know, potentially 3 fights, you know, that's undisputed.
Like, he ain't gonna get it. Bet you don't get it. I hope he don't get it. Hope he don't get it. Sean Porter. Nah, I like Porter though, man. That's my guy. I rock salute to Showtime Sean Porter, man. One of the toughest fighters, and you know, ain't turned down no kind of smoke, man. Much respect to Showtime Sean Porter. Ryan could fill for Mike and beat Jake. That's his story. That'd be crazy. Ish said 2 championship fights for undisputed at welterweight and possibly 2 fights for super welterweight. Talk to him, bro. He'll get total. So let's talk about it. So that's why I said I don't think Bud Crawford needs Canelo Alvarez. The hell with Canelo Alvarez and they won't give me credit excuses. He wasn't screaming that shit when he pulled Charlo up 2 weight classes off a layoff and a broken hand. So you know what, Bud Crawford? That Canelo fight is beneath you. You don't even need no bag. You don't need no money. You already set your future up. You know what I mean? You about to go down in history, man. I really truthfully think that he really got a great chance at being undisputed at 154 and being undisputed in his 3rd weight class. And I think he can ignore the hell out of Canelo Alvarez fight for that reason, unless he just want to challenge that guy or he really want that bag that comes with it, or both. I'll support it either way. But I think more realistically, I think 154 is wide open. I think ever since, you know, Charlo's fight with Canelo, that kind of shook things up. You know, belts start scattering. I think he in a real good position to really to do some damage at 54. I ain't looking over Madrimov saying he's no cakewalk for him. But I just don't believe that kid got enough experience for Terence Crawford. I think he tough, he rugged, he gonna come forward, throw punches, he gritty. But I think Terence Crawford is crafty, versatile, skilled, talented, experienced. You get what I'm saying? Just a whole other thing. I don't think Madrimov seen anything like Terence Crawford before. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you why he grit his mouth like that. Yo, Sean Porter did quick. His daddy did right. Right. I thought Matt was coming back to claim his WBA super. He said something about that. Aisha, he did. Planet 619. What did he do for him? The round robin at 154. Be more career defining. Yeah. But now you know what? Planet 619, if you listen to that clip, it sounds like that's what his plans is, because you hear him, he already seeing it through. He like, hey, man, couple fights, man, 2-3 fights, man. I'm undisputed again. You get what I'm saying? At 54. So I think that's what he'll really look to do. I think he'll look to do that. And I think it'd be good for boxing. I think it'd be entertaining. It'd be fun. It'd be what we need to see, man. I think it'd be some entertaining fights that he'd give us on the way there. Let's not act like people picking Spence to get beat by Fundora. Oh yeah, they picking against Big Fish. Yeah, they saying he ain't gonna get past Fundora, man. They saying Big Fish ain't getting past Fundora. If that's the case, Bud fighting for the WBA Reggie belt, right? Right. I think Bud about to make some. I think he about to make some noise, Aisha. I think he about to make some noise if he stick around at 154 and he execute the way he was just talking, the way he's seeing it through. Yeah, man. I think Bud can make some noise there. See Bud beating Lara. What Lara? Arizland? Oh, what Lara are you talking about? Bud Lucky is in the prime Lara. Oh, you talking about Arizlandi Lara at 54? Yeah, because he had 60. Yeah, 60. But nah, shit, Bud ain't lucky. Bud is a dog, man. I mean, that still would be a good fight. Prime for prime. Still a great fight, man. Still a great fight. That dude just a special talent, man. He is going to take a special fighter to beat him, or a really lucky one. I'm telling you, he really, Bud really one of them ones, man. He the jack of all trades too, man. Box, wrestle, race, ping pong, volleyball, table tennis, you name it, Bud can do it, bro. I'm telling you. That man the jack of all trades, no lie. Bud sweeping 160 easy. I know. Look. I know he's gonna be at 154, and I think he really could snatch them belts up. Spence win. He got to see Bud again. I think that's setting it up. Hey, Hori, man. Remember I was talking about that the other day. I was saying that I think that, if he beats Fundora and Bud is going to get past Madrimov, it could set up a rematch. Paulie and them was talking about that over there on Showbox. I know people will pay attention because they're a bigger platform, but we was talking about it. We was on point because they feel the same way. Easy Mike, what it do, fam? What's happening with it? He said 160, got my boy Johnny back. Slow down, young man. Yeah, one division at a time. I think Tim got to get past Virgil. Yeah, they gotta get past each other. They both gonna be each other's toughest fight, I think. Tim and Virgil, and they in the mix too. They at 54. They in position. I'm telling you, they trying to position Virgil to get a title. And he gonna have to go through Bud, man. It's about to be some good fights at 54, man. It's about to be some good fights at 54. Virgil gonna finally have to fight somebody that could really possibly beat him. You gonna have, because up until this point, he really ain't had that kind of guy in there with him yet. But one of them snack ones for sure. All things real food, bro. 154 already conquered. He got 2 belts. Yo, Rel. 2 belts in his grasp. My bad, y'all. Let me turn my camera back on. Got 2 belts in his grasp, bro. And in position to really do some damage, bro. I just don't. I think it's gonna be hard to slow Bud down at 54, bro. I think he might have his path to another undisputed. I'm telling you, I really feel that. But you know what? Low key, I think Bud do want the undisputed at 54 because he know Usyk just made a hell of an argument for pound number 1. Bud trying to go out on top with his competitive ass. He like, nah, Usyk. He like Usyk just snatched up undisputed at heavyweight. It's hard to top that, but you know what? I could snatch up undisputed at 54, and I'd be a 3-weight division undisputed champion. I'd be cooking with grease. I'm telling you, I know that crossed Bud mind. He competitive, bro. He'll salute Usyk, shout him out because he ain't no hater, like he said. But he like, man, I ain't going without no fight, bro. Bud trying to snatch up undisputed at 54. And look, I'm going to just be honest. He got a damn good chance at doing it. If Errol Spence return to form, man, just think about how hot 154 is. A lot of people count Errol Spence out. They saying Fundora going to stop him late. Or he going to take a beating from Fundora. He's not the same. He going to get retired from Fundora. I'm hearing it all, man. They ain't got no faith in Big Fish, y'all. They ain't got no faith in EJ after one loss, these damn ungrateful fans. The nerve of y'all fans. He done sacrificed everything to win against his better judgment. Fought that man at 47 and took that ass whooping like a champ. And that's what y'all do. Y'all try to throw my man away. Hell nah, we ain't going. I'm stamping it. Errol Spence about to return to form. Sebastian Fundora, your ass about to get chopped down. The tree about to get chopped down because you in there with a body snatcher, a real body snatcher. I'm putting my money on Errol Spence, and I'm going to bet on him. And I ain't trying to hear that. And I hope Errol Spence the underdog, y'all, because we going to make some money. And I don't even gamble like that, but I'm going to gamble on him. I promise you, I hope he the underdog too. I hope the bookies like, yeah, Errol Spence ain't going to never be the same. I hope y'all betting against him too so we can make some money that night. You know what I'm saying? We going with big fish. They got me messed up, bro. They got me messed. Fundora ain't no damn Terence Crawford. What we talking about? You know what I'm saying? Fundora ain't no damn Crawford, child. Can't wait to see him improve. B-Dog, man, I'm excited for this man. Every punch, I'm going to be punching with him, B-Dog. Telling you, I'm going to be punching with him. Stressed out boxing. What's good, bro? You dig me? One bad performance, now they want to toss my guy away. Y'all ain't doing my guy like that, man. Y'all ain't doing my boy like that. James, what's good with it, fam? They ain't doing my boy like that. And again, I'm an optimistic dude, bro. Terence Crawford was special on that night. Not only did Errol Spence have the worst night of his life, Terence Crawford had the best performance he could have ever had against the best fighter he fought. You get what I'm saying? That's a recipe. That's a special recipe right there, man. Get what I'm saying? That's a special talent that performed in the ring that night. It's only one Terence Crawford in boxing. Fundora is far from that guy. And Errol Spence was far removed from the guy we typically see him as, right? So I'm expecting him to come way back closer to 100% than he was in that fight. And he taking Fundora. He going to chop his tall ass down, man. And he getting him up out of there. He's just going to crack Fundora. Yeah, man, I'm telling you, he going to break him down. King Turner, much love in that super chat, man. Supporting the grind. It's just keeping it real. Appreciate the love, family. Let me get you right.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well,
Right.
well. I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Salute to my guy, King Turner. Appreciate you, family. Bubber Spence for Undisputed coming. So I'm telling you, it can happen again. Hendog, what's good with his man down? They acting crazy, man. You get what I'm saying? Aisha, one loss. Y'all want to do my man like that. Y'all disrespectful. I got y'all. I'm putting cases on y'all too. Hold on. Did I just see my bro Ricky Williams in here? Arena Peace Queen. How you feeling? Oh, you just said it. Peace to the Queen Arena. I know you be on the Queen. My bro Ricky Williams. Fate. What's good with it, bro? Them Bud being WBC champ. I just read that, Fate, right before you popped in here too, bro. I think it's about time. I think they saying like he gonna get him he gonna notify them at which division he gonna compete in. So I think that's just them respecting him and not stripping him, doing none of that, letting him be champion in recess, make his pick where they ain't trying to take shit from him. That's what it looked like to me. I could be wrong, but it looked like they ain't trying to take it from him. They working with him, let him make a decision, settle in a new division. That's going to free up that belt, and that's going to allow 147 to keep going. Get what I'm saying? That's going to allow 47 to keep rolling. Salute to my brother Ricky Williams, man. Yeah, man, he just still you get what I'm saying, Rick? Salute to my brother Ricky Williams. How you feeling, bro? They're trying to do my guy EJ like that. We all can. Thank SNAC for Buzz' great performance that night. Y'all think SNAC got something to do with it? I just look. I ain't gonna say he ain't use no supplements. I'll just say I don't think he working with Victor Conte. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he doing that. I don't think he working with Vic. Well, he's just a special talent, bro. You know what I mean? And just look at it this way too. For as good as he is and as good as a performance he had, you can't afford to be less than yourself against a guy like Bud. That's all. And we know EJ was far removed from the level that he typically performs and operates at, right? So you factor those two things in there together. One guy had his best night, one guy his worst night. You get a lopsided defeat. You know what I'm saying? So, but again, I don't expect to ever see him look like that again. And if he do, then we know it was a hell of a run for him. He had a hell of a journey, hell of a run, and it was fun. So I'm going to rock with him regardless, but you know what I mean? We're going to see. I'm just not counting him out before it's over. Ain't no way I'm doing that. This Plant versus Munguia would be a good fight. I'll watch the core fight. Eastside Cruz, why not? Eastside Cruz going to try to knock my boy head off. Still want to see the run back. That's why I want him. That's why I'm putting that energy in the air, Rick. I want to see him. I want to see it too, bro. That's why I want him to beat Fundora. I want him to beat Fundora, Bud to beat Madrimov. I want Spence to look spectacular. I want Spence to look spectacular because damn, hold on. I want him to look spectacular, man, and Look at, you know what I mean? So we could start demanding or wanting that fight. People could want to see what the rematch would look like at 54, right? And then they can close that chapter. I definitely want to see him running back. And I just want to see him look like more what he's supposed to look like. That's all. You know what I mean? Not taking nothing from Bud, but Errol can't look like that again. You know what I mean? He need to look like big fish in there. You know what I'm saying? Leon said, Bud performed like he always does at night, figured him out and knocked him out like he does everyone else. Now, I think he was even sharper than he was, bro. And the reason I said that, Leon, is because he remember Bud. I don't know if you, well, I'm pretty sure you remember because I'm assuming you've been watching Bud through all the weight classes. You remember he was known as a slow starter. He knew he changed the guard on that. He wasn't a slow starter. He started fast. His jab was extremely sharp. He took EJ's jab away. His punch placement, everything was spot on. He didn't take multiple rounds to get going how he typically does. He was right on from round one, early knockdown. You see what I'm saying? He was just on the money a lot faster. So to me, he was even more razor sharp than he typically is. You factor in the fact that you got a guy that looked far removed from what he typically operates as I just said, and you got a dominant performance. So to a large part, to a large degree, yeah, he did what he typically do. But I'll say this, he just did it a lot faster, right? He went about it faster because of the guy I think he was in there with. He wanted to neutralize and, you know, stop Errol Spence from getting going. So he picked, you know what I mean? He just got started faster. So yeah, he did what he typically do, but just faster and sharp, man. Razor sharp, man. Junior N was good with it. Ortiz versus Zoo need to be the vacated WBO belt. They definitely trying to get Ortiz. You get what I'm saying, Leon? Facts. You know what I mean? Just faster. Picked him apart fast too. But as that night, yeah, with his eyes on the fight, on point at every Spence move, yeah, he was switched on. Like that was the most focused I ever seen him. Cuzzo said, "What? Hold on, I just missed you. Said something about Did you speak about Devin Wait wanting Pitbull Cruz? Nah, I ain't even catch that. I kind of missed that. Cuzzo Haney said he wanted to fight Pitbull Cruz. Pitbull versus Shakur's been talking about like Pitbull team ain't already. Yeah, they ain't already said no. I hate when they do that. I don't mind spinning the block but then again, it's going to annoy me a little bit because are they trying to say he should just go to 140 and fight Pitbull because he got a title up there? I mean, be a 4-division champion. Like, is that what they're trying to say? Like, they about to piss me off because it's like, ain't it other titles? Shouldn't he want other titles at 40? Shouldn't he be chasing TOs and the Haneys and all of them? Do you think he has until age catches up to him? Who that, Leon? Oh, you talking about Bud? I think Bud is smart. I think Bud gonna retire from the sport. I don't think the sport gonna retire Bud. If you was talking about him, I think he, the way he sounded in that clip, I think he'll try to make a realistic push to see if he can snatch up Undisputed at 54, and I think he'll hang it up after that. Because his window, 2-3 fights, I think he could stick around for that. Like if he can get it in 2-3 fights, I think we can see that. William Old School, I got you, bro. Yeah, but yeah, I think you could see him make that realistic push maybe to try to snatch up Undisputed again. You know what I'm saying? Because I think it's a realistic chance. Like I said, it's wide open. If he already fighting in one fight, Madrimov, and that's 2 titles, and you know he right in position. I don't see why not. And I say the hell with Canelo. Don't even waste your time. Keep letting him handpick his opponents, and you keep being great. Then retweeted him versus Pitbull. Oh man, at the Saudi dude, wow, man. I mean, look, I respect the hell out of that. Coming off a loss, Cuzzo dead tweeting at the Turkey Alice Sheik, him versus Pitbull. Hey man, Dev said hell with that. He said, man, hell with that. But see, my thing is, what happens with Sandor and Martin now? If that was to happen, right? What happened with Sandor and Martin? So do you have to vacate the title to make that happen? Or what? Like what happens? Put rumors, fake Mexican US card, people trying to book on Twitter. Yeah, the time he said Pitbull team said he's gonna run. Yeah, run all night. He said it'd be like a dog chasing a cat. Devin tweeted the Saudi man. Okay. Hey, look, I respect the hell out of that if he think about getting in there with Pitbull coming off a loss. Tough as hell. Okay, Dev. I ain't mad at it. It's a champion. You can't say cherry picking or none of that. He don't care if you think it's the weakest of the champions. I think Pitbull is too dangerous of a fighter to say he weak, right? So much respect to him if he can go that route. If he can do that, I respect it. But on top would be cool. Yeah, I don't think he's gonna push it one too many, Leon. I really don't. I think Terence Crawford is very smart. I honestly think he's gonna be one of the few that's gonna retire undefeated. Like I said, I think he's gonna retire from the sport. I don't think he's gonna allow the sport to retire him. You know what I'm saying? He's very cerebral, very smart dude. He in a division where he could really do some damage. He there at the right time. It's open. Just think about it. The stars are almost aligning. The only thing that could potentially get in his way is politics and this whole him being a free agent. I don't know how that's going. You know what I mean? It all depends on where these belts at when it's time for him to get them. You know what I'm saying? But skill wise, talent wise, he could do it. I think he can make a little push, bro. 2-3 fights, I think he could do it. You know what I mean? Sandor Martin getting a fat step aside check from Saudi. Yeah, I wonder, is he gonna take some more step aside? Unification Trump. Absolutely, you do. Oh yeah, damn, I almost forgot about that. Damn, yeah, he wouldn't have to drop it though. So Sandor had to sit in the win. So yeah, Dev trying to make other moves. Look, if he'll fight that guy, Pitbull Cruz coming off a Ryan Garcia fight, much respect to him. And that dude, he doing exactly what he said he was gonna do. I gotta respect it. He said, yeah, he ain't taking the step aside again. But then again, maybe that William Old School, maybe that's why he like tweeting about the Pitbull Cruz, because that would be a unification. So like Cal said, yeah, it would trump a mandatory. That almost slipped my mind. You're right, it would. So I don't know. Maybe that's why he going that route. Maybe that's why he like, man, I ain't trying to fight no Sandor Martin. And I don't think he trying to avoid him because he's scared. I think he trying to make bigger fights. Sandor Martin is not a big fight. It's not meaningful, but Pitbull would be. Flyer frequency was good with it, fam. Step aside money. You already know, just. I mean, hey, he could keep taking them free paydays, right? All right, not because it's unification, right, King Turner, for sure. Probably not. Accolades for boxing. Multiple time undisputed unified champion for me. Rather unified. I don't know. It all depends, man. It all depends on what role was traveled, right? Because all champions ain't created equal. All roles traveled ain't the same level of difficulty. I mean, I don't know. It don't matter. I'd just rather you see, long as you making those fights, if you just happen to snatch up undisputed on the way there or unifications on the way there, I'm cool. The old school, great, yeah. I seen something about Devin one Pitbull. Yeah, he tweeted. They telling me he tweeted to the Turkey Island Sheik guys. So I thought that was cool. Yeah, WBC title eliminator. Winner would be allowed to face Fundora Spence. They lining it up, man. But Spence just gotta win. I'm telling you, Ann McQueen, we already called it, bro. Remember, we was talking about it a couple lives ago. We was already on it. We know what they doing. They trying to line it up. Spence just gotta beat up Fundora. He gotta look impressive against Fundora. He got to look impressive. Tyler was good with it. Oh man, this is tripping. Oh man, Bug get undisputed at 154. Get Boots a belt at 154 so we can see the fight. Woo! Woo! Man, wouldn't that be something, right? Boots at 54. I just think he hell bent on 47. I would have sound like Boots really want them titles at 47. But that's a great suggestion because some excellent fights. Yeah, some great fights, man. I'm telling you, 140, 47, 54. 54 just heated up because Big Fish and Terence Crawford is there. Man, they ain't finished their business at 47. It's going to happen at 54 because EJ is about to beat up the Tower in Inferno. What's his name? The Tower Inferno. He about to chop Fundora ass down, bro. You going to chop Fundora down. You know what I'm saying? And that's going to set up the rematch between him and Bud Crawford at 54. And whatever happened. That's what we want to see. Salute to Tyrell. What's good with it? That's what we want to see, y'all. Look at this thing about for the WBC has lost credibility. It's not so much lose the credibility, though, because, you know, they are who they are, man. But I think with so many belts, they confuse things. They make things a bit confusing with so many belts. You know what I'm saying? So many belts make it because everybody can't follow the belts. I mean, it makes things difficult, but I don't think they losing credibility. I just think, you know, I mean, you know what? To a certain degree, Tony, you might be right. To a certain degree, you know what I mean? To a certain degree, I think it's not so much credibility. I think the overtime belts are losing the value because of so many of them, and I think them not upholding rules, it's too much politics. So think about it, because at the end of the day, would you rather see an undisputed fight with mediocre opposition in the ring, or would you rather see, top dogs fight for one belt or maybe even no belt on the line, right? What I'm saying is a great fight is a great fight, title or not. The title does nothing for me, the viewer at home, right? That's for the fighter, but a great fight is going to always be a great fight. Like, perfect example, you know what I mean? Wilder and AJ, especially years ago, right, would always been a good fight, title or no title. It would have just been a good fight, you know what I'm saying? So it just all depends. We don't have no evidence to really back up if he's all there since the car accident, because we haven't seen him back in the ring. And I'm definitely not gonna go off on no 7-second loop clip of him hitting the pads a little bit. Definitely not going off of that. So we don't have no evidence of what he looked like since the Crawford fight. You know what I'm saying? To say if he all there or not. You know what I'm saying? So gotta see. Fight much more with Pitbull. Oh, yeah, but that one could go bad. That one could go bad. That one right there can go bad, because Pitbull don't stop coming. And think about how he approached the fight with Tank. Like, he don't stop coming. And Tank got all the power in the world, but Tank did start backing him up before he hurt the hand. But just think about that's Tank. So think about somebody with less power coming off a knockout. I mean, almost a knockout loss, coming off a tough loss. I don't know what's going to happen to it in the end, but, get what I'm saying? It's tough. It's tough. Pitbull ain't going to be easy for him. See, Boots got to stay after he whoops Crawley. Oh, yeah. He going to do him bad. He going to do him bad. Spence KOs Fundora. Hey, talk to him, Leon. Let's go. Put that energy in there. Boxing matches at belts don't matter to those who are scared to take them from the dangerous fighters. Nah, I think when I spoke about belts not mattering is because some champions get belts and then they milk it. Some guys get belts and they don't chase the other belts. They don't chase the other champions. They try to, take a bunch of winnable fights, and you know what I mean? Again, belt is for the fighters. For me, a great fight is a great fight with or without belts. You know what I mean? Roly shots couldn't get Pitbull respect. Damn sure. And you get what I'm saying, Cal? And I think he got his respect to an extent, but the thing is, he didn't deter him, Cal. So that was the problem. Like, I think some of them shots, especially one of them sequences, I think it was a hook that Roly landed. I think he definitely felt it. So he ain't you know what I'm saying? He just don't stop coming. Like, and I feel like one shot, Cal, is not enough for him. You got to hit him with more than one shot to slow him down. You got to put something on him, or he gonna walk you down. Pitbull on top. Pitbull living it up right now. You gotta see. You gotta be happy for somebody like him, though, to get a win. You know what I mean, lineal champs Usyk, job better be Canelo, Charlo, Crawford, Teal anyway, Taraji. Salute to Junior. If he stops Fundora, then what they're gonna say, they're gonna have to give him his just due, because we are being Boxing News. What's good with it? This man out here in London wanted to salute to my guy over there vacationing, man. Salute to you. Boxing Magic, feel free to disagree, bro. You can have at it. Over here I don't do much arguing, and I don't do too much, It is what it is. You know what I mean? Everyone became a world champion at 35 except Tank. Tank is a world champion, bro. I don't even we're not even about to do that. You can have your own conversation another time, bro. Salute to you. Appreciate you stopping through. Make sure you sub to the channel, smash the like button while you in here. Talk about Tank. We're not even talking about Tank, but let's continue. Rolly at Pitbull face spotted up. Yeah. He felt the weight of some of them punches, but what it is you just can't deter him. Like, you can't deter Pitbull. Like, he's just gonna keep coming. So you gotta really beat him up and keep putting hands on that guy, or it's gonna be bad for you. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a tough night. Yeah, I don't know where they be coming from, but I've been conditioned to kind of deal with him a little bit. I know how to ignore the hell out of him. Salute to my bro Frequent, man. He said to for Haino's lives, man. Salute to my guy Frequent, man. Much love. Salute to the Haino's clan, man. Salute to Dad. If he want Pitbull next, I respect it, bro. I want to see.
And we ain't never got to box again. Well, I already been getting these bet, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Bull's gonna be Haney. It'll be a tough fight for him for sure. It'll be a tough fight for him. It'll be a tough fight for him. Y'all could just ignore the he just like a fly on the wall. You know, the fly on the wall don't bother you as much as the fly on your nose. You know what I mean? So he's just a fly on the wall right now. He's just listening to a master at work. Listen to this cook. You talk about real champions, real boxing fans don't come in here trying to shit on fighters and having their own conversation. Real boxing fans come into chats and actually support the content creator in the channel instead of trying to interject their own boxing conversation being weird. So you talking about real champions, I'm talking about real boxing fans, right? So, and real support, not doing what you doing, but it ain't gonna work. Back to regular scheduled programming. Pitbull will be a tough fight for Haney coming off a loss. I mean, you know what I mean? A tough loss where you got knocked down a bunch of times. We can't find this document, Devin Haney. I'm just hearing about Big Avails. I like that name because I'm a Max B guy. Salute the Max Big Avail. Free to wait, but salute the Big Avail. Smash the like button, sub to the channel. I played it a minute ago. You can either go back in the live, but if you want to watch it for yourself, type in on your YouTube, bro, the Exodus Files. It's a channel called the Exodus Files. It'll be right there. You can find it. It's like 41 minutes or something. It's pretty good. Pretty good. It's well put together, man. I give him credit. That's good work. Good work is good work. It's a good edit. What TNT mean? Where the link at, King Turner? Where's it at? If Devin on top of his game, I think he can beat Pitbull. Yeah, for sure. Look, discipline, boxing, and moving. We already know. Like, don't make it difficult. Don't make it too difficult for yourself. Hold on, I got you. Don't make it too difficult for yourself. You know what I'm saying? Come back and win. You know what I'm saying? Come back and fight the fight you're supposed to fight. The chop shot. What's good, Brody? How you feeling? That wave already. Good looking, bro. You already know the Exodus. Appreciate you, Big Avails. The Exodus Files. Yeah, it's a good one. It's a good one. We just played it. Live and reacted to it, man. Salute to everybody rocking with your boy. Y'all make sure y'all keep smashing the like button. We're going to build for a bit more. You know what I mean? So let's get back to it, man. This is issue with Pitbull fight. It's Haney. Can go in there with the same. No. And I automatically know, like, he too smart to approach any two opponents with the same strategy. He won't do that. Oh, you did? Hold on. Oh, I got you. Appreciate you, Aisha. Appreciate you. Oh, all right. Yeah, she put it in the chat for you, the link. So if you need it, but TNT is the home of Queensberry Promotions. That TNT. I'm not sure what King Turner, which fashion they got used in. But he could drop it in there though. Freaking ain't no show. He said there ain't no shit dead. Man. But yeah, man, I think Bud, like I said, y'all, I think Bud is in position to possibly snatch him undisputed in 3 different weight classes. I really do. It's gonna be hard to stop him. The only thing that can stop him is politics and people trying not to give him fights or duck him or avoid him or something like that. That's the only way. I think it's going to be tough to beat him is all I'm saying. It's not impossible. It's not for sure 100% that he just goes in there and does whatever, but you know what I mean? What is this? TNT. Like spins off step a little bit. I mean, we always say that fighters can't go into the next fight like this or like that. That's like that'd be the obvious stuff. But like, I'm not expecting the version of Spence that was in there with Crawford to be in the ring with Fundora. If that version of him is in the ring with any of these guys, they probably beat him because that's how bad he looks. So again, when I say I'm expecting Spence to man down Fundora, I'm being very optimistic. I mean, I am being a bit of a fan, a supporter in this regard. I don't care. I'm rocking with Spence, win, lose, or draw, but I really do believe in his ability to bounce back. I think it was only one fight. I think people might be reading into that one fight way too much without considering all things, You know what I mean? He is getting older. It is getting tougher. But like I said, it's still one fight. If he believes he can do it, if he's committed, if he can find a trainer that he can gel with in time to go in there and fight a guy like Sebastian Fundora and win, then I'm all for it. I think he can get it done, bro. I'm hopeful that he gets it done. Because Bill's setting up his son for failure again. I salute to my bro Trey. Appreciate you. That Pitbull ride, it's gonna be a tricky fight. It's not gonna be nothing.
And we ain't never got to box again. Well. I already been getting these bet, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Yeah, it ain't gonna be nothing like Trace. Appreciate you, bro. It ain't gonna be nothing like. Yeah, I hate that medical emergency stuff. I gotta look into it some more. I'd like to see Crawford versus Virgil. Me too, Mike. Because I remember at 47, Virgil was talking that stuff like he'd fight him. So I think these fights are possibilities because they setting it up. They setting it up, man. TNT mean Dynamite in that clip. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. I was wondering, salute to King Turner, because I don't know why that never dawned on me to say that. I thought, being that he was asking, I thought we all knew, like, TNT. I thought that's what it meant, too, Universal for Dynamite. But in the clip he just said, appreciate you, Cal, because I was like, I was looking at it, I was about to skim through it and try to find it. Salute to King Turner, man. So, yeah, it meant Dynamite in that clip. Appreciate my bro, Cal Cooley, man. Errol may need this. So, look, let's talk about this a little bit, y'all. So, how y'all feel about Errol? How y'all feel about Errol not taking no tune-up? Y'all don't think he should have took a tune-up before Fundora? I mean, I know it just ain't, but I know he on borrowed time, so maybe he feel like it's all or nothing with him. But how dangerous is this fight going in there off a layoff, man? Boxing Dad, what it do, family? How dangerous is this fight about to be? You get what I'm saying? It's about to be a dangerous fight, bro. Want to see the winner of Ortiz versus Zoo against Bud? Yeah. No tune-up. Yeah, man, it's tough, right? Because it's tough, man, because, again, how I don't know. It's a lot, man. Getting older, inactivity, father time, layoff, timing, ring rust, all this stuff just floating in my head. But like I said, man, I'm confident that Errol Spence can get it done. He said, man, he only need, what he say, about an 8-week camp, and he'd get right back. So maybe that's all he need, but I hope so, man, because I'm rooting for him, man. I'm really hopeful that this dude go out there and do his thing, man. Too many people counting him out. I love to see somebody bounce back like Devin Haney. I'm looking for him to bounce back. I'm going to love to see him bounce back because a lot of people that slighted him, that shitted on him for real, the ones that are truly hating, they're going to have to give him some credit. You know what I'm saying? Especially if he was to come back and fight a guy like Pitbull and beat him up. Man, got to tip your hat. I respect him for even talking about fighting him. You know what I mean? Personally would prefer to tune up. You get what I'm saying? But I get it too. Borrowed time, older. He like, yo, it's all or nothing. I don't do no tune-ups. Spence, a stubborn dude, ain't he? Creole, what's good with it, Brody? How you feeling? That's how you said. That's how you feel. That's how you feel. Yeah, man. It's just tough, bro. Like I'm realistic, man, and that'd be a more active Fundora and an inactive Spence. You know, these layoffs, those things catch up to you. You know what I'm saying? So, and it's after a loss, a bad loss, your first loss, a knockout loss, another long layoff, a tough opponent, 6'5.5" opponent, right? You fighting a guy with the height and reach of a heavyweight coming off a layoff. You got a new trainer that you probably gonna have to adjust and adapt to. You get what I'm saying? I'm just looking at it like that because I know he ain't Superman. You know what I'm saying? But am I scared for him or anything like that? Nervous for him? Nah, man. I think he's just, if he believed that that's all the time that he need to get on point, I'm rocking with it, man. But it's tough. It's a tough one. It's tough, but Fundora is not elite. Like, but not at all. That's what I said. That's what I'm banking on. Like, Bud and Fundora is two different people, but the layoff, the new trainer, somebody said he was going to be working with Juan Guzman. I don't know if that's confirmed or not, but we'll see. But again, I'm always concerned for certain, things like that, man. But hold on, man. Let me, hold on, y'all. I had faith Devin will bounce back to the canvas if he doesn't learn how to block a hook. You stupid, Will. Fundora can win after Spence loss. Can too. Hoary faints, man. We just watched Fundora fight through a Temzu fight, and he had a bloodbath coming off a loss, broken nose coming off a loss. You know what I'm saying? Spence about to bounce back. And he about to get that Terence Crawford rematch. My voice going. I know we over 3 hours when my voice start going like this. He about to bounce back. He gonna bounce back. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm optimistic, and I gotta be for my guy Spence. I gotta be. He gonna bounce back. I would love to say I was wrong about that. We will see. Yeah, we gonna see. Yeah, that's my guy. I gotta be optimistic. Put that good energy in the air for EJ. You know what I mean? We rocking with you. When that man said miss me with all that retirement shit, I said you gotta love him, bro. You gotta love him because that told me two things. One, he hear all that y'all talking. Two, he ain't going for none of that. He ain't going, bro. He still feel like he got more left. So, like that, I'm confident. You know what I'm saying? I'm confident. You did. William Old School, what's good with it, my brethren?
What's happening?
What's happening with it, brother? He said, do you think Bud will fight the winner of Zoo and Ortiz? I think Bud will fight anybody. I do any of those dudes. I think especially if it's some titles involved with it too. Like if that's on the way to him chasing an undisputed, I definitely think so. I hope so. You know what I'm saying? I would love to see it, but he seemed like he want that smoke, bro. Seemed like he want that smoke, and he seemed like he got undisputed in his mind. He said, drink some more water. Just 1 more hour to go. Yeah, I gotta get some, right? I gotta get some more. I just drunk the rest of my juice. Well,
Hey,
bro.
what do you think about that video coming out saying Abraham Nova put Devin on his ass in sparring recently?
Yeah, I was hearing that. It just made me think of like when they was putting out that, because you know what he said about him, right? He said, remember when the Hector Garcia stuff was going on, he said he kicked him out of his camp because he wasn't giving him no work. Then he dropped the sparring clip, claimed that he was doing this or that to him. When I watched the sparring clip, I didn't really see that. We don't see the sparring clip of him and Nova, but we see him say that he also kicked him out of camp because he wasn't giving him good work. That stuff be sounding hard to believe because the skill gap, if there even is one, is not significant enough, in my opinion, where I don't think Abraham Nova wouldn't be able to give him work. Like I've seen him fight a lot less inferior guys than Abraham Nova. So I think it's just
Abraham Nova is actually a tall fighter, which makes sense because he needs to fight guys his size and bigger.
Right.
And if he's gonna spar, that's who he needs to spar to get ready for these bigger dudes.
For sure.
You know?
For sure.
But if Abraham Nova put him on his ass and sparring, then evidently he still hasn't fixed the damn issues and he needs to work on. I mean, let's be honest.
Yeah. That's why I say at the end of the day, you could attribute this loss or this fight to Otarine all you want, but I know that's just what's being said. I know when you get to that gym, when you get to that drawing board that the fighters get to, he's going to make some corrections. At least he got to. He got to, because, I mean, look, you know how it go, bro. If you don't correct the mistakes, you bound to make them again. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
History going to repeat itself. So he going to be real with himself. I think he's going to watch that fight, as tough as it might be for him to watch. But it's definitely some critical.
I'll come up with 3 opponents for him after Sandor Martin. He could fight AB, or he could fight Josh Taylor, or he could fight Catterall.
Good fights, bro. Good fights. It all depends on where his mind is at. Because like right now, right? Salute to the family, always dropping information. They say he calling out, or he tagged Turkey Alashik about Pitbull. Seemed like his mind's still on making meaningful fights. Pitbull would be like a meaningful fight because he got a title and he buzzing heavy right now, like crazy after that win. So his mind still seems to chase titles or meaningful fights, and I respect that. So maybe you get a Sandor out the way if you don't take some step aside money. Maybe you go that way, bro. Maybe you get what I'm saying. Maybe you go fight a Pitbull Cruz. I ain't against that. I respect the hell out of it. You know what I mean? So
yeah, Sandor already said he ain't taking no more step aside. He wants his fight.
How to get back? You said it again?
I said Sandor already said, about a month or so ago, that he ain't taking no more step aside. He wants his shot.
Yeah, he did. Till he offered another easy check to just sit there, and they tell him you got the winner, and he revisited, start thinking about them dollars. But yeah, I hear you. So look, just assuming that doesn't happen, he has to fight him. That's why you say who you think he'll fight after. Look, I think Nick says, look, if you thinking Pitbull Cruz, go ahead. I'm with it.
2 fights I want for Pitbull. 1, Barroso. 2, Matias.
Mm-hmm. Right. Well, Matias, to be honest, I don't think they even gonna try to fight him. I could be wrong. Hope I'm
Grandpa
wrong.
Barroso wants his shot, and he deserves it, damn it.
Yeah, I don't think so. Matias.
After they screwed Barroso in that with Rolly, then he comes back and gets that knockout right off the bat. Give that old man a shot, man. Send him out on a good check, you know?
I think that's part of the thing with him too, because of the age. They feel like, a lot of time has passed. They ain't really pushing him, right? And it's crazy that it'd be about money like that. And I doubt if he's somebody that's some big ticket seller. But aside from that, win wise, he deserve a fight. Boxing wise, he definitely deserve an opportunity for sure.
Hell yeah.
PBC.
Look, as far as Spence goes, bro, I ain't gonna lie, I'm worried for it. The Spence that lost to Bud, bro, was not the Spence we were used to seeing. He had, the fact that he wasn't even protecting himself with his defense, shit that I've never seen him do before. He just looked terrible. And I'm totally serious about this. A top 10 at 147, all of them would have beat that version of Spence that night.
Yeah.
That's how bad he looked.
Too far removed from what he once was that night. That version just wasn't equipped to perform at that top level.
Right. And I want to see him come back, but I also want to see him be successful. If he comes back against Fundora and looks that bad again, it's time somebody has to talk with him about retirement.
Yeah. I think it'd be time to call it a career if you look bad like that, consecutive fights in a row, because now that's more math that you can do, not coincidence, right? You could have had a one-off, but 2 times in a row, then it is what it is. And then you got to suspect how difficult it is from there, because now that's 2 losses in a row. Then what? Next fight gonna be another layoff, another no tune-up, like, you get what I'm saying? So I think you're looking at it as all or nothing. And it brings me to my point. Damn, I almost forgot to, not that it's nothing big, but that the reason why I was talking about Spence, bringing up Spence, because we all seen this thing here. And
exactly.
Some people said that he was talking about PBC here. Some people said, he might be hinting that he about to retire soon. So I don't know. The reason why I'm not gonna think that it's PBC, people say PBC is on life support or they're, whatever, the story, they're going out of business, all that weird stuff. That dude been loyal to them. I don't see the reason why now he would pick now to leave them. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like
I don't think it's about people. I'll be willing to bet it's about how bad he looked against Bud, and it's probably running through his brain. Right. And neither one of us nor anybody else knows exactly how much damage he took in that car accident. The only one that knows that for sure is him.
Yeah. We just know it was life changing. One could expect, or imagine. And again, told you his transparency is why I knew that he'd never be that guy. And I said this the other day, I appreciate him so much. I never really hear people say it, but he never sold us on him being this new guy again. He never come out and lie to you like, yeah, this version of me, new and improved. I had some time off. I'm gonna be this. He like, man, shit, Crawford is the favorite.
That's why I rock with Spence. Spence has always told the truth, and he's kept it 100 when he speaks to everybody,
Right.
And
was good, bro.
Sometimes I wish he didn't. Take a damn tune up, Errol, please.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I missed the no tune up Spence. That's why I said, damn, with your stubborn ass, man.
Man, Josh, we need to put out an MIA for freaking Castano, bro. What the hell is this dude?
He made a sighting. I gotta ask, bro, if it's any update on Castano. I gotta ask him. thought he was going into camp, but I don't know. Yeah, Miss Joette, that's why I said I can't take that off the board either. Like, he could have said this might be the last time y'all see me, like, you know, online, and then going into camp mode. This might be the last time y'all see me. I'm making this my final push. I just think I ain't buying the PBC angle.
I'm a fan of Earl too, but the way I saw that fight, I understand he's not going to go into this fight against the Sebastian the same way, but Father Time is undefeated. Do you guys agree?
Right.
Yeah, and Father Time catches up with boxers a lot quicker because of the amount of punishment they've been taking. And I've noticed with Bud specifically, with Earl specifically, he relies so much on his athleticism, like moving around the ring, that he can't be just stationary against a guy like Fundora. That's what scares me with this fight with Sebastian. But with him losing a step, Earl, I can't see him moving around. I don't want him to be stationary this whole fight because of the fact he's lost a step a little bit.
Yeah.
Can you understand where I'm coming from?
Well, it isn't just about the age with him. It's about the man flipped at over 100 miles an hour, was thrown from the car. Most people wouldn't even be boxing. Most people would be, they wouldn't even come back to the situation.
Yeah, they would be in a wheelchair, paralyzed. Yeah. I don't know how he didn't get seriously injured, like more injured than he actually did, is what I'm surprised about.
This is contrary to popular belief that having no seatbelt on saved him. You know what I mean? I think at the end of the day, he had that accident. You can't really. I'll use myself for example, right? I ain't get tossed from no car like that, but I've been hit by one, right, as a kid. And since then, from like 18 to even, in the 20s, I've probably been in like, I want to say after getting hit by a car, probably 6 car accidents, right? None of these things is like major where I'm like messed up in any of them situations, but you can't measure the kind of like wear and tear from just the constant,
bouncing
bang,
around,
bang, bang, bang. So it's like now my back feel it. So I could just imagine him. Like, it's one thing to be able to see the swelling and the scrape on his face, and then you see his teeth messed up, but maybe it's underlying issues that, always is possible being there, because slamming the concrete ain't, a lot of people wanted to believe he was Superman, but he ain't, and it's okay. But
yeah, that's what I don't like about sports fans in general. They feel that when we watch these athletes, we treat them like they're superhuman. They're human just like the rest of us. They just have a special talent and stuff like that. Right. That's what we treat these boxers like they're superhuman. Yeah. We put them out. We put them on a pedestal that they're not deserving of because of this trait. They're human like the rest of us.
Right. Yeah, I mean, we just get used to seeing these dudes perform, and I know we hold them to the standard sometimes that's not often
unrealistic.
Yeah, it's a little unrealistic. Yeah, he's human, bro. That's why I say this all the time. He ain't Superman, but I feel you frequently. Like I just say that because I'm realistic. I know how the inactivity, the layoffs, and all that type of stuff affect you. You got to factor in the loss, not just the loss, knockout loss. You still gonna be dealing with them thoughts in the back of your mind, and it's fresh. And then you fighting a guy that's been more active. And Fundora, it's pretty battle tested. Fought pretty large part of that fight with a broke nose. Battled through it, pulled off a win. Earl,
I think Earl said he broke.
This ain't the younger
Bud
version
broke
of
2
Errol
of his
Spence.
ribs.
This ain't the younger version of Errol Spence where you can just go in.
No, he went into that fight with broken ribs.
He broke him even more, is what I'm saying.
Training camp.
No, I think he got a liver shot, and he said that Bud broke the ribs, fractured them even more. That's how hard the punch was from Bud. That liver shot, like I think it was like round 7. You know the liver shot I'm talking about, Just?
No.
The body shot that you saw, like Earl crumple over and like holding his midsection, like he couldn't breathe.
It could have been pre-existing injury. I did hear something about that. I was hearing about that for a little while, but that's possibly what it could have been. But I think a lot of these dudes be going into the fight less than 100%. I think what we think their 100% is far different than what it actually is. Like you think win, lose, or draw, I think a piece of you go with each fight, especially if it was a rough one. You know what I'm saying? But these dudes just. So I say, man, I got more respect for them even after a loss than a typical person, because that shit is hard. The discipline and what it take, man, what boxing take from you. And you seen it, and that's why I say, man, the way people are giving Errol a hard time is crazy. Like the fact that he's still boxing after his accident is wild, bro. Wild.
It's beyond me that he didn't even retire. Like,
why? Exactly. So I'm like, bro, I'm rocking with whatever that man doing.
Dude, I remember when we heard about the accident and everybody was waiting to find out what kind of damage, and then Derek James did an interview, said, yeah, Errol's coming back to fight. And I was like, what?
I'm gonna bring up a player from a while back for football. He had the same exact accident happen to him that Errol had. Gabe, the big defensive tackle from the Pittsburgh Steelers in the like late 70s, early 90s, early 80s. The guy that was drafted with Dan Marino, he got in a serious car accident. And he can't walk anymore because the car basically crushed. He was so big that the car crushed him. That's what I thought was going to happen to Errol. Like you said, it's shocking that he can even walk around correctly after flipping a car.
And part of that would save him, that no seatbelt. That's the crazy part. Seatbelt would have changed all of that. So I mean, after that, man, you see a guy still trying to dedicate himself to the sport, fight top competition. It's easy to get behind that root for him, win, lose, or draw. So that's where I'm at. But like I said, I think that's what they setting up. I think everybody see that if he can in fact take care of business. I think.
So William, I asked just this question in the chat about the Pitbull versus. I said in the chat that the issue with Pitbull versus Haney is Haney. I know he just says he's smart enough not to make the same mistakes that he did with Ryan, like coming in saying he's a C-level fighter. He's not on my level. I'm going to walk through him. But these fighters have an ego. So that's where I come in. That's where that comment comes, that perspective comes from, because he's still going to have that ego thinking he can just walk through a guy like Pitbull and overlook him.
He better stay the hell away from Pitbull till he fixes his issues. Pitbull throws a hell of a hook. If he ain't got it figured out,
a more dangerous hook than Ryan.
Dude, if he ain't got it figured out and he faces Pitbull, he's hitting the canvas. And Pitbull can swat.
Yeah, that'd be dangerous. It'd be a real dangerous fight. I mean, look, that's why I respect them mentioning it. What you saying?
I said the dimensions are different, though. I think that's what Pitbull's going to have to challenge.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Ryan and Devin Haney. Ryan's probably an inch or so taller. Mm-hmm. Their arm reach is a little bit, it's pretty comparable. So it's time to jab. That's going to be tough to do for Pitbull. Mm-hmm. I think.
And let's not forget, Pitbull started at one. I think Pitbull started at 126, right? He's a very
and he's
small
always fought guys taller than him, so that's not going to make a difference to Pitbull. Pitbull's used to fighting tall guys. And if you can't hurt Pitbull and you ain't got enough pop to keep Pitbull off of you, he is coming, and he's not going to stop.
I thought Tank said something that Pitbull was the hardest he ever got hit. Didn't Tank say something like that after the Pitbull fight, that him and Ryan were the hardest he's ever gotten hit?
Ryan. I think he said Ryan.
I hear you, Will. Yeah, Pitbull is definitely typically on the wrong side of a size advantage or disadvantage, I should say. But even still,
him and Tank are the
it's gonna be tough for him.
Mm-hmm.
I think
aren't him and Tank the same size?
I think he moves well enough to be able to just
outpoint
him pretty comfortably.
Does Pitbull have better? Would you say Pitbull has? And would you say Pitbull has better boxing skill, a little bit more consistent boxing ability than Ryan does, or
no?
She said absolutely no one is fool.
Well, skill-wise, Pitbull is probably a C, but he makes up for it with his damn how you put it?
That chin and the heart, the chin and the power. That's
Right.
what Pitbull. The talent's not
I'd give him a little bit higher than a C. Will, I just think that he's just small. That's it.
Right.
He's just small.
Small guy.
If you look at his defense is pretty tight, pretty compact.
Underrated.
Like it's hard as hell to hit him clean.
Clean, right?
It's hard to hit him clean.
And then when
He's got no neck, man. It's hard. It's hard to look. Guys with no neck can take punches. Look at Tank. Tank ain't got much of a neck either.
Big ass head too. Big head ass.
Yo.
Tank has a brick of a head, man.
Yeah,
I never seen a
Guys
fight with
with no neck, dude. It's hard to knock him out. You know, it's hard to get up underneath them, and when they pull his shoulders up and got their gloves in front, no, dude, it's hard to hit them guys.
AB could take a shot too. He another no neck guy.
Like I've said, he's been like I understand the nickname Tank
Head
now.
and shoulders ass.
Yeah, nah, Tank is a tank for real. Punch like
Man, I still want to see Devin AB, bro. I hope both of them win and they hook up. That's the fight I want.
Love to see AB over there training with Coach Kenny. Swear I love to see it. Love to see how Tank always reach back, pull him up, man. Pull your brother up. Love to see that. But yeah, Pitbull, underrated defense. Heart, you just can't measure it on paper. His will, can't measure it on paper. I'm never gonna forget his back.
That chin is crazy.
That man fighting for never ever being able to go back to not being able to afford a tortilla. I don't mean that in a joking way. I mean that in a serious. That really is that man's motivation. Because of that, I feel like his why is different. And if you anything less than prepared, you're gonna have a rough night, and it could possibly be your worst night. That's how I look at that. He can be beat. We've seen him before, but you just got to be disciplined. See the way Joshua Cabrera gave him issues, right? Devin Haney could replicate, duplicate, however which way you want to call it. He could do a lot of the same things in there and stay disciplined. I know it's tougher to see it now, saying that he fought a fight where he seemed as if he didn't do what he should have been doing, but make no mistake, he ain't going into 2 fights doing that. Like this, sometimes you need a wake-up call. I mean, look, he piled up 31 wins before it. It's all good. Make your necessary adjustments. I keep saying it, just come back. The comeback story is going to be a beautiful thing just for boxing and seeing a young man take a bad loss and bounce back. That's what I'm
The lack of faith of boxing fans for their favorite fighter after one loss is staggering to me. I don't know where that comes from.
It comes from not ever being punched in your face in your life and knowing how hard it is to do what these dudes is doing. So when they lose, we act like it's impossible and it's unrealistic for them to do it. And if you lost, that's some type of, measurement for you to be trash, but it's not the case. Losing is just part of the game.
We see it with other sports as well. I think that people just want to involve themselves with the winners.
Right.
That's really what it comes down to.
And
nobody wants to be wrong with their takes either.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna use this. I've always said boxing fans are armchair promoters. Like when as fans, we become armchair quarterbacks after our team loses. Like you always criticize Dak Prescott, even though you've never played the quarterback position in the NFL, right?
That's why you got to come from the standpoint of being a student. That's why I truly try to embrace that as a content creator instead of talking as if you could do it better than what they're doing. That's why you don't really hear me trashing fighters and stuff like that. I got my critiques, but I think they fair.
Is Virgil fighting this weekend?
It's coming up. Dave handling the pressure. Who?
Is Verge fighting this weekend?
Virgil?
Coming up?
No.
Verge?
No.
I do, Mike Kirkland. I see him being able to deal with Pitbull. I see him being able to deal with Pitbull. I think that he moves well enough. He lets his hands go enough. He jabs enough, and so on and so forth. I think he outpoints him. I think it'll be a pretty sound decision.
Yeah, I can see why you'll say that. I said only my biggest question is how it will play out in terms of him keeping him honest. You know what I mean? And when he do it, engage. You know what I'm saying? How effective would he be with keeping that dude?
See, for me, the adjustment, the lack of
positioning will be
adjustments.
what's the name?
I've said this from the beginning. The lack of adjustments, I don't blame on Dev. I more blame on Bill because Bill refuses to. I don't know what it is with Bill. He doesn't make great adjustments in the second half of the. If it's not working in the first half, I've never seen Bill make major adjustments. Really.
Question though, when have we not seen it working in the first half?
Yeah, you typically do see it work in the first half. Great point.
In order for you to make an adjustment, something's got to be going wrong.
Mm-hmm.
This is his first loss. And then not only that, but it's not like he got absolutely whitewashed. When you watch the fight, now, of course, Ryan won more rounds because he scored the knockdowns. But outside of those rounds where he scored the knockdowns, it was safe to say that Dev won those rounds pretty handily.
Right. True.
So
The way I look at it,
a matter of adjustments.
See. I rewatched the fight again. I had the first few rounds in the fight. I had it 50-50. I couldn't tell who won those rounds with Ryan and Dev. They were doing the same amount of work. It's just Ryan was throwing more punches, but Dev wasn't really doing anything either. Like, so we couldn't really tell who won. Do you agree, Ant?
Yeah.
Nah, because 2 through 6, Ryan wasn't really letting his hands go like that.
Right.
He was on his bike, he was moving around laterally. I was actually impressed by that. The fact that Ryan, when he got tired, he just disengaged and he made smart decisions by not overcommitting, not doing too much. I think the difference between the two of them was this attrition. I think that's what it came down to. Where you had Devin, he was touching Ryan up 2 through 6, but
it was
every time like Devin could hit Ryan with a myriad of punches. It only took one punch to show that there was a clear difference in effectiveness from Ryan. I think that's the equalizer.
That good old equalizer.
Devin was working, Ryan touching one time, them knees get wobbly.
Right. Good old equalizer, bro. Yeah, man. For sure.
So you were shocked Ryan showed great footwork, or Derek James? You finally.
It was effective.
It was effective. It was effective.
Not great, but effective.
Well, again, it's like that's part of decision making. Sometimes is just disengaging. It's like, yo, you tired, you gassed, you don't want to stand there and trade. You don't want to get picked off. Use your legs. Stay out of range.
And the crazy thing is, I rewatched the fight and I saw what Just pointed out after he was reviewing the fight a few days ago, and I noticed Ryan was he disengaged and he looked out of breath and really overweight. He looked very chunky, right? Did you see that too? Ryan looked like very out of breath.
That didn't make weight. That's what he looked like.
Exactly. He looked like a guy who didn't make weight.
But was in some type of shape, but he ain't really go the extra mile. That's what That's why he had to take those brief pauses where Dad was able to get in some good work. Right. Ryan.
Ryan spurt and be economical.
Yeah, it was intelligent, especially that little half turn of the back where he didn't fully turn it with a ref who could warn him. It's like he couldn't do that. I was like, yo, this shit is awkward, ugly, but it's working.
And I've said this from the beginning.
What is he doing?
What people don't realize is Ryan wasn't just and Just probably would agree with me. I said this from the beginning after that fight ended. Ryan wasn't just throwing his left hook by itself willy-nilly. He was setting up he had more hands. He was throwing multiple punch combinations, and the left hook is what was landing, is what you saw. The other punches didn't really land. It was the left hook that kept on landing. Do you agree?
Look at the swelling. That was on the
on the left side. His left side of the face. That means he's getting hit with right hands.
Right hands was tearing his ass up. Yeah. You know what's funny, Ant? He checked him early with the left. I think that made him attentive looking for that, and that right continued to land periodically without him being prepped for that. Because again, that's sleeping on your guy. That dude. I say this to any fighter in any fight moving forward. Respect your opponent, bro. And now I see why you got certain fighters and coaches that teach that. Like, we ain't with all that trash. Like, respect your opponent. And that's why I ain't saying you can't trash talk, but don't do it to your own detriment to the point where it almost looks like you believed everything you said because you didn't.
You're believing your own press clippings.
You can tell the fight, but there's a fine line, bro. Prepare yourself for the best version of Ryan Garcia, and it's okay to acknowledge that that dude has gotten better since an amateur. It's okay to say that, but you can say, I don't think he's better than me, or he ain't improved the way I have. Say that, but it's like when you keep you're missing the mark. He ain't this, he ain't that. Well, what the hell is he? Because why do you want to fight him? So it's like, you get what I'm saying? Like, damn, acknowledge that he got something going on for himself that, you know what I mean? That left hook ain't just enough. Could we stop saying that? Especially after we seen him demonstrate a right hand that legit swells your face up and question if your jaw was broke. Like, the man got a right hand a little bit too if you ain't ready for it.
And
the left hook didn't land with as much regularity as it's been made out to be. I rewatched it the other day. I rewatched it the other day with BM Boxing News and Pound for Pound. He's like, yo, the left hook wasn't really landing like that. And I think part of it was because Ryan kept setting it up the same way, where he would touch with the lead hand, then he would fire the left hook off of it. Right. So Dev was pretty prayerful. So I got to give him his credit for that. He was evading the left hook.
Even Derek James said,
but that right hand, boy,
fight. Go ahead.
Oh, no. Go ahead, Will.
Which I think about
even Derek James said after the fight that Ryan's right hand was landing.
Yeah, it was. What y'all think about this tweet, man? Oscar Jazz ain't answered the phone in weeks. He said he called him about his money. Because we wrapping up this, we just hitting the last final topics. I seen this and him and Prograis going back and forth on X, Twitter, about a fight. Regis said he promised he'd knock him out the next time. He said it'd be different. Told him to leave the PDs at home. But I thought this was interesting. He said something about his money. I said, damn. Remember that picture he took with Oscar? Him and Oscar out when he was jogging in the neighborhood. Now he looking for money, man. I said, what the hell going on there? I said this was a disaster, man. From the start, you like from the start. Now you ain't get paid properly. At least that's what you're saying. You and Regis going at it, calling out Pitbull. I like it, man. Dev has came back. He's reemerged, man. He gonna get his lick back, and he say he's still making big fights. He said Sandor who? He don't know nothing about no Sandor.
Yeah, that documentary you showed shocked me. Like, it points out the hypocrisy of Devin's fans complaining about the weight when Devin was doing that against Prograis.
Bro. Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, I don't know what's up, but I think he'd beat Regis again, realistically, if they fought. He got the sauce.
Yeah, Regis looks old, bro.
You just don't got it to keep up with him. Like you know, the mistakes you make, how my bro Aaron be saying, fall right into Devin hands, and it'll be a repeat performance, man. I just don't see him being able to do a lot differently in the rematch.
I thought Regis should have operated more as a counter puncher instead of trying to press Devin.
Punch with him, or he counter him, or
like
punch with him.
Exactly.
The press just wasn't working. Arms too
I
short.
don't know.
Discipline.
Too short, feet too slow. So you got to draw them in.
Right.
You don't catch bees with vinegar.
I got stupid. Got these time before we got the pay-per-view.
So, Ant, I've always wanted to ask you this question: with a come forward guy like an Oscar, with the Pitbull Cruz, Isaac, since he's a high volume puncher that throws a lot of punches and they have power, how would he be able to, like, how does his style counteract a guy like Dev, who's a pure boxer? Like, how does he counteract Dev's like ability to counterpunch him?
I think he's got to try to get underneath him. I think one thing for sure is I would like to see Pitbull use his jab a little bit more, just throw more straight punches. In that fight with Giovanni Cabrera, when he was throwing straight punches, he was able to get to the target. But those looping shots with those taller guys that move well, they can evade most of those fairly easily. So I think that Pitbull throw more short punches and then also try to cut them off and shade them, angle them off and work the body, stuff like that. But the thing with him is he just gets so enamored with those overhand shots. He just gets impatient. That's something that you can't do with Dev. Otherwise, he's gonna just It's gonna be 36 minutes of hell. You know what I mean? Just jabs.
See, and that's another thing I noticed with Ryan too. He wasn't throwing a looping left hook. He's short. I'm not sure if you saw it too, and just that he cut down a little, like he shortened his left hook. He cut down the distance instead of doing the looping left hook that he usually does. He shortened it up a little bit. Did you see that?
Yeah, he did. And I think a lot of it had to do with the way he was setting it up. Like I was saying before, when you go watch the first left hook that he landed in the first round, the way he set it up is he touched Dev's rear hand, touched with the lead hand, and then boom, just fired the hook right off of it.
Right.
So it didn't really have as much distance to travel.
That's some of the things him and Derek James were working on in the videos.
Yep. Watch the pad work. That's why I like Derek James's pad work. Like it looks like it's based on scenario.
Yeah, man, it makes sense. Like it's a means to it. Like he and then when you see his fighters execute, you like there's no wonder that some of these shots was landing. It's like he makes you hit the pad with intention. It ain't just to look good. It's for effectiveness and
right.
I mean,
see, and this is what I don't get with these come forward guys like Navarrete or Pitbull or a Ryan or a Virgil, that they're obsessed with this looping left hook, which doesn't seem to be very effective consistently. Why not shorten that hook, shorten the distance instead of, because it's easier to counter that looping left hook compared to like a short angle left hook where you're basically holding it closer to your body and stuff like. You understand what I'm saying?
Habit, you know what I mean? Yep. That's why you gotta practice doing that shit the right way, drill doing it the right way.
That's exactly what I was gonna say, Justin. It also has to be noticed and prioritized by your coach. That has to be a point of emphasis. Like we were talking about a couple days ago, just like the punch selection has to complement the range that you're throwing them from.
And talk to him.
That's the problem with Navarrete. With him, it's like he throws certain punches from too far out.
Be studying and teaching, man.
Close the distance. You see those clips I sent you with Blair Cobbs, right? Like whenever he throws his left hand, he falls in like that because he throws the shit from too far. It's like, close the distance, then throw the shot.
Right.
It seems like Virgil's improving with that. He doesn't throw as many looping left hooks like he used to. He cuts the distance, and he has his left hook. When he throws his left hook, he comes from underneath instead of going over. Have you noticed that with Virgil?
Virgil's always kind of been that way, though. If you go watch Virgil throughout his career, because that's the one thing I will say about Robert Garcia is like he's a big proponent of the fundamentals, much like Derek James. Like all of his guys, they work on just basic, rudimentary, and I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with that, but like with the footwork and then just closing the distance using the jab. A lot of them guys, it's like you're either working behind the jab or you're doubling up the jab to close the distance. And Virgil got a real sharp jab too. He's a sharpshooter. Like when you really watch the shots, he throws heavy shots, but everything is clean and crisp. And like his technique is beautiful.
I love it, man. Virgil be trying to get ready. I love it.
Right.
That's why I said 54 about to get fun, man.
So is that why you guys think like nobody besides Canelo works with his trainer? Like it seems like that style, the way that Reynoso trains, doesn't really work consistently throughout a fight with any other fighter except Canelo.
I mean,
it works with
Is it because of the lack of fundamentals that Reynoso teaches?
It's just Canelo's the most notable name, and he's had the most obvious success. But I get what you're saying, though. I don't believe Reynoso's style of teaching is for everybody, but I think you got certain.
Does he not teach the fundamentals? Is that why people struggle?
Can fit over there, I believe, because of what he does well. I think he can, and especially just working more and more with him, but he slid from over there. And that's why I said before, you look at Ryan Garcia, he's like he be in a rush to eat the food. Seemed like Derek James was able to kind of dial him back enough and make that to his advantage. You get what I'm saying? Just slow him down a bit, but not slowing down, but just
Yeah.
control
Calm him down, not slow him, but calm him down, because Ryan tends to panic a little bit sometimes.
No, I like the way that you phrase that, just because I feel like that's extremely apropos, especially when it comes to Reynoso's guys. When you look at them dudes, them guys are left hook merchants.
Right.
That's the one thing. It seems like there's a certain archetype or just like build that a guy has that suits Reynoso's style, because he teaches that back to front foot movement, and most of them guys come forward with the high guard and they're looking to set that trap and shoot that left hook.
Right.
And I feel like if them guys, like, they worked on their jabs a little bit more, and I'm not saying that Reynoso's fighters don't jab, but primarily it's like that high guard trap, looking to shoot them heavy ass left hooks.
Jabbing you. Like he hurt you with his jab. I'm like, I never understood.
See, I noticed with Reynoso, I don't know what it is. He doesn't teach the fundamentals correctly for some odd reason. And
I think he do, but I just think I don't know. I think he like knockouts, bro. I think he like power.
Not consistently enough, because it seems like his fighters lack a ton of footwork. It's like people say his fighters are flat-footed and stuff like that.
I don't know. Flat foot ain't necessarily a bad thing, though.
No, it's not. It's not a bad thing.
Why is that a negative connotation, though?
I think
Like,
people don't understand it. They think being at flat foot is at some type of disadvantage. Like, if you ever look, bro, I don't know if you ever caught it. You ever see Jahad Tucker fight Ant?
Yeah, I have.
His feet, he a little flat, but look how active he is. Like, it's not at a disadvantage for that kid. Like, he different. He can move very well in the ring.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna use another perfect. My favorite fighter of all time, Oscar. Oscar is a perfect example of that. People say he's flat-footed, but when I rewatch Oscar's fights, I don't think he's flat-footed in the sense of what people think it is. He just uses his footwork differently.
I think,
you know what I'm saying?
I think he's a puncher. So I think a lot what people are calling flat-footed. I think I was speaking on it before. Like, if you pay attention to Tank when he's punching, his feet be planted. I think that's what you call it, flat-footed. Some of these guys, sometimes these punches tend to have wider stances too. So I don't think it's a matter of him just being flat-footed as much as him being planted when he punching. And he's a puncher, so he's looking to punch you more times than not. So I think it appears if he flat-footed. Now, if you look at Oscar Valdez, can move. He can. I ain't gonna say
no. I'm not talking about Oscar Valdez. I'm talking about Golden Boy, Oscar De La Hoya.
Well, you were just talking about Reynoso, that's why he mentioned Oscar Valdez.
Yeah.
No, but
y'all make sure y'all smash the like button, man. I'm gonna let the fellas get their final thoughts, man, before I jet up out of here, man. Always love to hear my bro Ant McQueen come up here and build. Salute to my guy Tony.
Appreciate you having us up here, man. But one thing that we got to do as fans is we don't got to demonize any styles, and just recognize that all of these styles are just merely tools.
Right.
That's all it is. Like, whether you're on the balls of your feet or your feet are flat, like, they serve different functions and different purposes. The main thing is productivity. That's it.
Right.
Can you be effective? Yes or no?
Always take time to understand what you're watching. And I found this to be a fact for myself. The more you understand what you're watching, the more you appreciate it, and the less you criticize things. Because you get what I'm saying? I noticed that some of the biggest criticisms are things that I think people don't admit that they just don't understand. And for one, we just talking about it being flat foot. Since when has that been some damn, like, negative, like how is that some type of disadvantage, the ultimate disadvantage? Like, I can't see it that way. You know what I'm saying? I just don't
see. And one of the original four kings in Duran was like that too. People assumed he was flat-footed, but he didn't. His footwork wasn't used the same way.
Duran people, like I said, be more, and this is my suggestion because this is how I see it. Be more of a student, man, and less of a teacher. Everybody think they know, but until you sit down and start studying and trying to really pick this shit apart and understand boxing, telling you it's entertaining, bro. Like I said, it's no sport I could point to where I went back and watched black and white film and enjoyed it like that. Y'all was blown away, bro. I was like, y'all cannot.
I was watching. I fell asleep to Archie Moore the other night, man.
Oh, I was watching a bunch of. I think I went as far as Jersey Joe. I went
Jersey Joe Walcott. Oh yeah. I had watched
some Joe Louis, bro. I was back. I was on one that day, bro.
Jack Dempsey, George Carpentier from like 1917 or something like that.
Different, bro.
It's interesting.
The classic fight I fell asleep to was the first.
Ace, my
the
God.
Jesus, I was watching the original, the first of the trilogy with the Jesus versus Duran. Their first fight. Do you know the one I'm talking about? And the
I'm gonna have to go check it out. I watched who was it? Duran versus can't remember what the Japanese guy's name was, but he was a damn good fighter, and he was giving Duran some fits. But ultimately, Duran he won the war of attrition. And here's the other thing, right? Back to the whole flat-footed thing. I think that sometimes we use certain terms interchangeably, but they're not necessarily the same thing. They aren't synonymous.
Yeah.
Like having flat feet doesn't mean that you have slow feet either.
Exactly, bro.
But some people can move.
Right.
Some people can move.
Right.
And then the other thing too is being
Thanks for
educated.
having me up, bro.
Man, you already know, man. It was cool. Much love.
Y'all want to fight to check out? If you can find it, check out that Jack Johnson fight when he fought in Cuba. I know y'all heard about it.
I could look it up.
That was a badass fight. My uncle had that on reel to reel in black and white.
Oh, God bless your uncle, man.
I gotta look up some.
Dude, y'all see some of the fights he has, dude. Oh, he's dead now, but his son still had all the reel to reels. He had a whole damn library of these things.
All right.
I haven't heard the word reel to reel in a long time.
Right.
What is that?
All right. Man, y'all smash that like button for you, bro.
Thanks for having me on. Are you gonna do another show later on?
Another dope build in the books. You said Ant.
Are you gonna do another show later on, like a review? I think there's a fight coming up or something like that. Are you gonna do a preview stream for a fight coming up this weekend or something like that later on, or no?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, for a preview for what fight is it? You said a fight coming on today?
No. I think there's a fight on Saturday or something, but I can't remember who's fighting it. But are you doing another stream? That's all I'm asking.
Tonight?
Yeah.
I probably won't tonight. I'll definitely be back tomorrow. I depend if I find out what you're talking about, I might double up tomorrow though. But definitely, not for tonight. I won't.
Yeah. Thanks for having me on, bro, and thanks for explaining and thanks for explaining the difference between slow feet and flat foot, because that all like I said, I'm not a hardcore boxing fan like you guys, and in my head, I've always assumed they were the same thing.
No, I think you are, man. I think it's just a matter of listen. This is what I always say. This is what really sent me down the rabbit hole. At least once a month, on a weekend, a Saturday or something where you don't have nothing to do, watch a couple fights and have speed, and just pay attention to everything from top to bottom.
First Havoc was good, Brody.
Okay, yeah. Have a good day, guys.
You already know, man. And again, man, much love and appreciation to everybody. My brother Mike Kirkland, Don't Mess with Texas Arena, Old School, my guy Ant McKee, Kyle Cooley, Frequent Flyer, Aisha, the Queens, Hori Faints, JBT family. Appreciate all y'all, man. Appreciate you, Mike. Much love and appreciation. Salute to everybody in the Cash App and Super Chats. Y'all the real MVPs. We gonna keep building. Y'all know we be back tomorrow, man, to keep building on this great sport of boxing. So with that, man, y'all make sure y'all enjoy the rest of y'all Memorial Day. And we gonna leave y'all with, where is Canelo? Peace.
Thank you very much for being here for what I truly believe will be the changing of the guard of Mexican boxing from Canelo Alvarez to Jaime Munguia. To be clear, I have nothing but respect for Canelo Alvarez as a fighter. He has spent much of the last 2 months insulting me rather than promoting this fight. Yes, I have faced a lot of challenges in my life. Yes, I've been to rehab several times. Golden Boy built Canelo Alvarez, period. The company you fought under for decades has always had one name, and it's mine. So put some respect on it.
Tienen que escribirle lo que tiene que decir este pinche maricón, cabrón. Tú no escribes nada, cabrón.
Calm down. Just relax. I mean, the guy's an absolute unprofessional. He's a scumbag.
And Canelo failed 2 drug tests?
Relax.
He's swing freeze. Yeah. He's a f***ing asshole. That's what I say. He's a f***ing asshole. He tried to keep the attention for him, not for Munguia. He's a f***ing asshole. He steals his fighters. That's what he do.
All I do is work for the fighter. All I do is make sure the fighter makes the most money.
He's a liar.
Him saying that I steal from a fighter, that's defamation. I don't like that.
Don't be a scumbag and try to sue him now.
Get the f*** out of here, man. Please, get the f***